Welcome to another exciting broadcast day.
Phone number 866-901-ADAM, 866-901-ADAM. All right, what's on tap today? Ozzy has a movie review. Me, you. I'm sorry, that's how he called it yesterday. You, me, and Dupree. I was with him yesterday. I asked him what movie he was reviewing, and he said me, you, and Dupree.
Well, it's the right three people.
It is. Either way, whatever order, he'll be in here. Also, visit from Chief Thunderbear. Oh, Christ. Porn star Memphis Monroe is in here because Ozzy reviewed one of her movies as well. He was on the set of her newest epic, Aphrodisiac. $250,000. So says Larry Flint. Also, sports guy from ESPN.com, Bill Simmons, coming back. He's going to review another basic cable classic, this time Face Off.
What the hell is he coming back in here for?
We
were so smitten with him a week ago Monday that we decided to have him back. No, he's going to do something, and we're going to jump in on this that I used to do on my Comedy Central TV show. We just take a movie, we take clips, we break it down, and not new movies, old movies that are still on cable. Also, news and sports and blah, blah, blah. All right, so, it's stuff to talk to Teresa about. She was out of town this weekend. I got to say the power was out when I got home yesterday. You really do not appreciate your kilowatts until they're gone, and especially I worked yesterday, as I've been working every Sunday on this movie. This was the last Sunday, thank holy Christ.
How many more days already?
Well, I have 2 more days, but it's really coming to a head. And for instance, on Friday, I left the studio here at about noon. It was about 12:20, and I just walked up the street to the La Brea Tar Pits where we were shooting, and I got in my car at 12:15 Friday night. Back here, I walked back here. I was praying I would run into a drunken Jack Silver who was coming back from karaoke night at Dimples, and I would be walking out very nonchalantly to my car, and he'd be like, Ace Man, burning the midnight oil. Jack, I do it every... sure, it's Friday night. It's just an average weeknight for me. What time is it, 12:15, 12:30? Just putting the final touches on Chief Thunderbear.
By the way, I understand that we have audio of Jack Silver at Dimples.
Well, we can hear that at some point before the morning is through, but I got home at 12:30 on Friday night, and then yesterday I got home at about 11:15, except for the power was out. There's no worse feeling that when it happens slowly. You're driving up the street to your house, not necessarily your street, but you're going up the closest busy street, and the first impulse is, hey, what's up with all the traffic? And then the next one is the traffic light at the bottom of the hill's out, and then the traffic light at the top of the hill's out, and then geez, look at everybody. No one turned their porch light on. And then there's, oh, Christ, the power's out. And then there's, well, man, the power's out to every house but my house.
This happens a lot to you, doesn't it? Up on that hill you live on. 40
or 50 times in the last two and a half or 3 years. Yes, it has ruined I had a 42-inch plasma TV that was ruined because the power kept going on and kept going off. And, you know, the thing about the power company, as you may have heard my jags about monopolies before, guess what their attitude is about any of this stuff? F off.
Yeah.
It's the beauty of there only being one game in town. My power's interrupted constantly. And by the way, when it's interrupted, it is worth it. You know, you would pay $500 not to have your power go off on any given evening. All the clocks get whacked out. Whatever electronics you have, you know, flat screens,
baby
plasmas,
monitors.
Whatever. Baby monitor. There's no air conditioning. Lynette's, you know, go pacing up and down, wringing her hands. It's hot in the kids' room. It's so hot. You know, all this stuff. But just that, you know, the coffee maker's not hooked up. Nothing's, all the things on timers. And forget about the TiVo. Don't get me started on the TiVo. So, and the transformer's blown out. I can't get to my house. So I'm driving home at 11. I'm going up the hill at 11:15 thinking, oh, Christ, I got to get in. I'm going to watch Entourage, and then it's right to bed. I'll be in bed. I'll go to bed by midnight. No, fire department, yellow tape. They tell me to drive around. I go drive around for 10 minutes. I come back. I land in the exact same place, in which case I have to get out of the car and walk up the hill, quarter mile, get into the house, realize once I'm on the property that I left the keys for the house, which are separate than the car bunch, back in the car. Down at the bottom of the hill.
And it's about 173 degrees out here these days, too. So that half-mile hike up a hill must be a misery.
Car's still parked down there. Took the wife's car this morning, didn't say anything. Thought about it. Thought about telling her I was taking the car, and then thought, nah, I pay for it. So I got back to a very dark house. Thank Christ I put a generator in my house. I put one in Kimmel's house, too. The thing fires up when the power goes off. It can't handle the whole house. You pick 7 or 8 circuits. I picked the refrigerator and the TiVo.
That says a lot.
Yes, I'm a man who can prioritize. But the TV has to boot up and everything. But anyway, the point is I now had my TiVo going, but evidently the power cut out 9 minutes into Entourage.
Oh, that was the best 9 minutes.
Yeah. So that was my life.
That's hideous.
I do appreciate your selflessness, though, because it's a scary time when the lights are out that you were willing to spend time with TiVo. TiVo must have been petrified in all that darkness that you went in there and comforted.
This is a new TiVo, and it's only been through a few blackouts. Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming, I hope, well, I've made it into, I should say, she was very, very afraid. Now, the kids were upstairs fending for themselves. I'm sure they were doing just fine. I didn't hear
air conditioning, no baby monitors. And don't you need, things to, breast pumps that plug in and things that,
Yeah, there are things that I always don't, whenever I worry for the kids, I always just think back to my own childhood with zero air conditioning, zero anything, zero car seats, zero, just a big zero in the monitor department. We didn't need baby, when your house is 450 square feet, you don't need a baby monitor. You can never be more than 12 feet away from the kid.
Think about Roman times. Think about people in Africa now. Listen,
that's what I tell.
My mom was smoking, getting a suntan, dyeing her hair.
Right.
I'm almost fine.
Yeah.
They made it. TiVo may not. TiVo wasn't around in Roman times.
Right.
You can't know what's going to happen.
It hasn't evolved. So, T, speaking of you spent the weekend doing what?
I was at a Buddhist retreat at a monastery in Escondido, which is around San Diego. I was meditating.
What in hell?
A lot of, I'll say this. Something horrible happened, which is that you go there and then
you went to a Buddhist monastery for the weekend.
You spend hours in meditation trying to dwell in the now. And for literally the first 2 hours, I could not get that Ann Coulter song out of my head that's to the tune of Goldfinger. And I would be sitting there going, I'm in the here, I'm in the now. I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. I'm aware of suffering. I'm not planning for the future or dwelling in the past. And then I'd hear Ann Coulter.
Be nice if we all could have heard the Ann Coulter. There we go. Thanks, buddy.
Hey, you're late, baby doll.
Didn't smell that one coming.
This was my meditation. It took me 2 hours.
I've tried to meditate before.
Before you ever heard this song, though.
Yeah, now it's over. It's over for anyone who's ever heard this song. But if you ever try to meditate, your meditation always goes like, all right, I've freed my mind, I've cleared my mind, I've shaken my mind like Etch-a-Sketchers. Well, now I'm fixating on my mind being clear. What? Who farted? Did somebody fart?
What's going on? Is always has gas in there because they feed you the tofu.
So this is how it all goes. And then somebody chimes in at some point and says, hey, man, wherever your mind goes, that's cool. And you go, no, but I can't get out of my head. I start thinking about not thinking about anything. And the next thing you know, I'm obsessing on not thinking about it. And they always go, no, that's
part of it.
That's part of it. No, don't fight that. That's part of it. So then the meditation always goes, all right, just breathe, just free your mind. I can't stop thinking. I can't focus. You know what? I'm thinking about meditating so hard. I've never been more aware in my life. I'm so focused on oh no, wait a minute. The guy said I could think about this and that would be okay. Oh, he was blowing smoke though. I mean, now I'm focused on him telling me I don't have to think. Now this can't be it. And then at some point, I get up and watch TiVo.
Well, that in itself is instructive because you watch your thought patterns and you're just thinking, wow, I'm doing this wrong. So what does that teach you?
Wait a second, though. Let's break it down. What prompted you to go somewhere where you're not allowed to speak for 2 days?
Yeah, noble silence.
Noble silence.
Yeah. Mostly you're in noble silence. You eat in silence. Obviously, you meditate in silence, except for the Ann Coulter song in my head. Every minute.
What in the hell? How do you dress, first of all?
Well, you have to dress modestly because there are monks there and they're celibate, so it's very rude. So they ask you to cover your shoulders and cover your knees.
So you don't have to get into like a gi or something.
No, you just, wear modest clothing, and obviously there's no air conditioning. Oh, no! I cannot hear this song anymore. Hours. Every time I be close to a peaceful state. And
so you just all day long for 2 days, you see people walking around and everything, and then nobody says hello.
You know how in the morning you never say good morning or hello?
Right.
It's like that, except you bow.
But then it carries on the whole day.
Yeah, you bow when you see people.
How do you know what time lunch is?
They ring a bell.
Oh my God, then, that sounds awful.
It's great.
Are there other round eyes there?
Yes, it is run by a very famous Vietnamese monk named Thich Nhat Hanh. He's, legendary. A lot of people say that
I have his bobblehead, by the way. That's the only reason I know who he is. Yeah.
A lot of people say that he's partially responsible for ending the war in Vietnam, and he's a great man. So there are a lot of Vietnamese monks, but there are also Western monks.
Are there civilians?
Yes, there are lay people who come for the weekend, or some people go there for 6 months and they just meditate.
Are there hot Hollywood types? Are there attractive young women?
Well, I was with two of my girlfriends, and there was one particularly attractive monk.
Wait a second. You went there with two of your friends, but then you couldn't speak to them. Why go with your friends if you can't talk to them?
We played hooky from a couple of the events.
Do you, I see. And where do you sleep? You sleep there?
Yeah, you sleep in a, 4 to a room on kind of a futon thing.
Ugh.
Oh, you love working meditation where you pull weeds, they give you a job.
Yeah.
Because you should work, you should follow your breath, and sometimes the nuns tell you don't work so hard. And I took that advice very seriously and took a nap.
Oh, my God. The whole thing sounds terrible.
I know, it does. It sounds terrible, but on the other hand, I could see it being sort of rejuvenating from a spiritual standpoint.
Yes, exactly. You have to be in touch with your suffering so you can process and move forward.
All right. I'm with you. I mean, I would never do it in a billion years, but I do feel like we're bombarded with stimuli and input, and would probably be the best trick anyone ever played on you to plop you down on some island with no electricity, like my home. You can just come to my house next time. Next time you want to tune out and turn off,
free of all
come
stimulus.
up to Carolla House. Yes, because the power, I guarantee the power is cut off. Well, it's funny. Jimmy's man butler called on Friday, wanted to know if our power was off on Friday because, of course, their power, Jimmy, who lives down the street from me, their power was off as well on Friday. I mean, it's literally, where we live, it's literally out 15, 20 days out of the year, which is a exquisite inconvenience, like a wild, and you don't realize how disruptive it is, how much it F's up a weekend. When that thing pops off on a Saturday night at 9 o'clock and all of a sudden the whole house goes dead, you're officially ruined until it goes back on. And lots of arguing, lots of scrambling around, lots of where's the goddamn candles, lots of, let me tell you something about the rechargeable flashlight, sweetie. Unless it's recharged, it's no good to anybody. Like you get into these things and stuff in the fridge is resetting the clocks on the oven. It is the biggest, wildest inconvenience in the world. And it's one of these things too where I live where it's like, the answer is, well, why does the power go out every 10? I got a transformer from the 20s. It just keeps, they keep throwing a Band-Aid on. How about somebody fix it?
But you hardly pay any taxes, Adam.
No, yeah. No, I know. And once in a while, because someone else, another friend of mine, Donnie, on the Hill, put in to the water and power thing. There, he was like, hey, I got a TV set that's blown up now, and I want you to buy me a new one. They're like, well, fill out the paperwork and send it in. You fill it out and send it in. They go, nah. They send it back. Sorry, we rejected it. We took a vote. We decided not to pay.
I'm sure they're very fair.
Oh, they're very equitable.
You lose! So you don't have to deal with hassles like that in the Buddhist monk house.
Well, I would also say, look how much you take for granted your electricity until you don't have it.
I know.
Well, just go camping. What do you go pay people to tell you you're not allowed to talk for 2 days for?
All right, let's push forward. I'm getting upset. Ozzy, the great Ozman, is in here. He's going to do... You mean Dupree. It says here, me, you, and Dupree, but that's how he says it. All right.
Close
now
enough.
I'm going insane. He'll be in. We'll talk to Chief Thunder Bear. Also, Billy West, voice man extraordinaire. Billy West is coming in. Memphis Monroe, porn star Bill Simmons, ESPN, sports guy. All that still coming up after this.
The restraining order said you couldn't call that chick anymore. So call us instead. 866-901-ADAM. The Adam Carolla Show.
I say Adam, and he says
Adam.
I say Hoffman, and he says
Osman.
Adam, Hoffman.
Osman.
That's just how Oswaldo talks. I say racist, and he says
Racist.
I say confusion, and he says
Confusion.
racist,
Racist.
confusion.
Confusion.
That's just how Oswaldo talks.
I've been working on this movie with Ozzy for the last month, and I'm now convinced there's no word that I want him to say that he can properly say. His greatest pinnacle is last week when I wanted him to mispronounce the word jab and say yob. Cannot do it. Cannot mispronounce the word the way he would mispronounce it. Ozzy,
What gives?
Hi.
say yob.
Jab.
See, he says jab. It's beautiful. If I
Jab,
wanted him to say
jab.
jab, he'd say yob.
Jab.
Say it again.
Jab.
No.
Jab.
No, yob.
Jab.
Yob.
Jab.
Yob.
Jab.
Yob.
Jab.
Yob.
This is the problem, I told you.
With every word, though.
No. 1 second.
1 second. Say, let's
Yeah.
say whip.
Wait. Oh, you say
Whip.
pussy wit?
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
I was trying to get him to say that. It was whip. It's whip.
Wait.
It's not wit. All right. Ozzy is such a fine thespian, by the way, that last night at 11 in the evening, we're standing at the Osh in Van Nuys. Whole store's closed down, doing a scene at the cash register. At a certain point, he has to chime into the conversation. Ozzy cannot figure out when to chime into the conversation I'm having with these two lesbians. So he's taking a cue from one of the guys off behind camera. He just point at Ozzy over his head, and Ozzy jump in and say his one word when it's time to jump in. Except for Ozzy got caught up reading a label that was in the basket that we were pushing. And I was like, what? You got to cue Ozzy. He's like, I cued Ozzy. Where was Ozzy? He didn't jump in. He was reading a label that was in the basket while we're shooting.
He
Was it an
certainly
interesting
seems
product?
entertained.
What was the product?
It was knee pads.
Well, that's
we were
fascinating.
we were at an Orchard Supply and Hardware store. He was reading the warning label on knee pads, and he was that involved in the scene, everybody.
What was the one word?
Before I take the problem, for I know listen you and the lesbian,
Yeah.
at the time talk to the dialogue,
Yeah.
I miss it, the part and the coming in.
Yeah.
After this, this clear,
Ozzy, do you look at your lines when you go home?
Yeah.
You do? No,
Every
you
time.
don't. You have no idea what's going on.
It was just one
He
word.
shows up on set. He has no idea what's going on every day.
Bro, after this, I make it very good, and the time I listen the lady, and the lady make it very smart, and the time I say, the line, for where you make it, man, and she look at me and say, why you looking, man? They make
That was
it
your line?
sideways, yeah.
What in the hell did he just say?
I have no idea.
I think that was
All I
his line.
know
What are you
is
looking at?
he had to wait 30 seconds into the conversation to watch a guy named Rod, the DP, give him a point with the finger, and he drifted off reading a warning label on a knee pad.
It's only one time.
Yeah, okay, buddy. All right, where are we?
He looks like a sun-baked Ian McShane from Deadwood, by the way, doesn't he?
You're looking good, Ozzy. What movie?
And you see early, in the internet, they fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Can't wait.
Oh, let me just add one more thing to my power outage nightmare when I got home at 11:30 last night. The last thing I saw when the Entourage, which I TiVo'd, stopped 8 minutes in because the power must have kicked off when it was recording. There were no other lights on in the house except for my big TV set, which I smartly hooked up to a generator. I hooked the TV set the refrigerator up, and the ceiling fan in the bedroom. Thank Christ I'd be dead without any one of those three things. The very last thing I saw last night before I went to bed, blew out the candles literally, and went to bed, was a spider, just the spider in front of the illuminated TV set screen. The house was pitch black except for the 55-inch TV, and that spider doing the very slow rappelling thing where it sticks its little legs out in a prone position and goes right past the TV set onto the ground.
God damn it, I
That's
had
the
it this
last
morning
goddamn thing I saw.
As I made water. My morning started. I stumble, I stagger in darkness into the bathroom. I turn the light on. I start to make my water. And I turn to my right, and within 18 inches of my face, there's a spider hanging from a thread.
Yes,
I
that was it.
screamed like a woman.
That was the last thing I saw. It was somewhere now in the den on the floor. There were no lights to try to find it, so I just scurried up to bed.
The end of a perfect day.
Yes, that's what I thought. I should really just kill myself. This joke has gone on long enough called life, hasn't it? Let's just end it. All right, Ozman, you saw
Spider attack.
You saw You, Me, and Dupree. Thanks, buddy.
Oswaldo, tell us about some movies. We want to know which movies you have seen. Go ahead, Oswaldo, tell us.
The movie I saw this weekend was You, Me, and Dupree.
Mm-hmm.
The movie starred Kate Hudson as Molly Peterson.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Dillon.
Matt
Dillon is Carl Peterson.
Carl Peterson.
Carl Peterson, sorry.
All right.
Owen Wilson is Dupree.
Mm-hmm.
And Michael Douglas played Mr. Thompson, Molly's papa. The movie about a couple who are starting a new life together. But not only problem is the husband, best friend Dupree.
Mm-hmm.
In the film, I saw a lot the occasion where Dupree made the bad thing innocent.
Made bad things in innocent?
Innocent, yeah.
What's that mean?
He make, bad thing, and suppose he have information, make a problem, for the friend.
Well, yeah. So my theory is always, if you get off the microphone, it clears things up almost immediately.
What?
That's better. Now it all just snapped into focus.
Trouble happened, but he didn't mean to.
Yeah.
He was innocent.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It showed the problem with the friend and wife Molly. Dupree make it matter worse.
Mm-hmm.
Explanation. He changed answer machine. You have in your home somebody, some friend, one sample Ray.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And Ray, at the time you leaving to work, Ray make your answer machine and change the answer machine and put it number 1 Ray. You need to talk to Carl Molly. Number 3.
Uh-huh. He got in there. He made himself at home.
Yeah, he making a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
He make a masturbation in the living room.
He make a masturbation in the living room.
Watch, porno movies.
Oh.
Invitation to friend, for make a party.
Sure.
Ozzy, be honest. Have you ever done that to yourself in Adam's house?
Silent.
Silent.
Big mouth.
Wow.
Who, Dave has a big mouth?
Yeah.
I ratted you out. Your secret is out.
Oh my God. What happened to the other movie you have? Remember?
What movie?
Pornos?
Is this a joke coming?
I sense a joke.
Yeah, I am missing a few pornos. I assume my wife gets rid of them every once in a while, and I can't say anything.
In a great purge.
Well, if you go out into the yard to play some hoops, and then it's back into lockdown, and you can't find that shiv you've been making. What are you going to do? Go to the warden? Hey,
Where's my
I was whittling a shiv out of a soup ladle. What the F? It was in my hollowed out book. Where is it now? I don't see it anywhere. Somebody owes me. You can't do anything when porn's missing from the house. Look, let me tell something. All the people that go to houses, the plumbers, electricians, the people that make these clean cars, go ahead and steal the porn and leave. It's not like the guy will assume the old lady found it and threw it out. He'll never bring it up.
Same goes for a vibrator. I'm not going to call and go, who took it?
Yeah.
Send to me, the old collection, the porno magazine you bring it to me.
Oh, I did.
Sylvia,
okay.
My wife, throw it away.
Really? Well, Ozzy now keeps porno in his storage locker, by the way. He explained to me later on. when he does his review of the Memphis Monroe film he was on the set of, he has a storage locker where he keeps all his autographed porn.
Yeah.
Convenient.
Nice. Go ahead, Ozzy.
Okay. And he make a lot of things.
He make a lot of things.
And Burr, the living room. You know, he make a song, candle, for making sex with some lady.
Mm-hmm. Put candles and burn down the living room.
Candle, burn the living room.
Mm-hmm.
The best part, me and Dupree, is when Carl coming back for Molly.
Carl
coming back for Molly.
Carl.
I didn't like it. Carl take it.
Carl.
It's a name. Carl.
Just Carl.
Carl.
That's not car.
Carl.
No, it ends with an L.
Carl.
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 Okay. All right.
Take it Dupree and made him leave the house.
Mm-hmm.
And the end, me and Dupree left this reviewer called.
And that was movie review.
Let me say something.
Oh, no. This will be a first if he does. Yes.
Let me say, welcome to my tia Zoila. Is come back to Canada for see my cousin. Take operation the last month. And my sister coming from New York. And my little nephew, Ned, Kiara, is here in LA for vacation.
Latin with a large family. You rarely hear about that. Okay, Oz. Nice job. You know what I love about Oswaldo is the first 8 times you ask him to repeat something he's not saying right, he says it exactly the same as the first time, which is interesting because I'm wondering what you think people are going to do. Like if you go, the guy's name is Carl, and you pronounce it car, and I go Carl, and then you say car 5 times in a row. Whenever you have to repeat something, go ahead and modify it. Whatever you did last time, do not do an exact replica of that because it's not working. That's why I asked you to repeat it the first time. All right, Ozman. Am I going to see you later today?
Yeah, thank you. Maybe I make a porno review.
Yeah. Oh, porno review. That's right. You were
hardworking man.
You were on the set. On the set. Yeah.
What was that, Ozzy?
Oh, how was that being on the set?
Oh God.
It was good stuff. Were they making a sexa?
Yeah, I see. A lot of things.
They were sexing on each other.
Yeah.
Okay. And you got to stand there.
They invite to me, I see the guy, but maybe, take a confusion.
He was confused, thought maybe you were in the movie?
Yeah, man.
Okay, buddy.
I sweat, I shake.
You shake?
Yeah, but I shake the other four,
all right, buddy. You don't have to do the J-O move with your right hand for us to know you're speaking in the language you love. All right, we're going to take ourselves a quick break. News in sports coming up. What's coming up in the news?
Well, aside from filling you in on what's going on in the Middle East, we've got some entertainment news. A pop star and musician pulled off a secret wedding. A boss tops the worst boss list, and you will not believe what this guy did. Also, a 911 call marks the lowest depth a single woman can possibly attain, and I will play that 911 call for you.
Oh, really? I think I
funny.
heard about this, but I've not heard the actual call. So all that, as well as porn star Memphis Monroe, Bill Simmons, sports guy, all still coming up.
Coming up this morning on the Adam Carolla Show, porn star Memphis Monroe is in the studio, and Ozzy's going to review her latest movie.
What we got here is failure to communicate.
One of the voices from Futurama, Crank Yankers, and Ren and Stimpy.
Happy, happy, happy. Joy, joy, joy.
Billy West, Chief Thunder Bear, offers dating advice.
Hey, you're not.
Give Adam a call at 866-901-ADAM. This is the Adam Carolla Show.
Yes, it is. But before all that, it is time with the newly centered Teresa Strasser and the news.
Well, British Prime Minister Tony Blair and UN Secretary General Kofi Annan called for the deployment of international troops today to stop escalating violence in the Middle East. The death toll there is over 200 and mounting after a weekend of airstrikes by both Israel and Hezbollah. Meanwhile, President Bush, unaware that his microphone was live, was very blunt in his frustration. This during a G8 luncheon. He was talking to Tony Blair, and he knew he had a microphone on, but he wasn't aware that it was picking up audio, and we actually have The audio here is him talking to Tony Blair.
See, the irony is that what they need to do is get Syria to get Hezbollah to stop doing this.
Yeah.
We got to get Hezbollah to stop doing that.
Look, when these guys become human beings and get off the goddamn teleprompter for 10 seconds, I like them that much more. I don't know. These guys end up getting punished for speaking their mind or dropping an S-bomb here or there. For me, they just become a human being for the first 10 minutes in their life. That's why I don't understand why they read that wooden teleprompter every time, and they're so diplomatic and they're so poised. Just get in there and speak from the heart there, brother. You want these guys dead. We're with you.
In many cases, I would agree, but I don't think that would be a great idea for George Bush to be speaking off the cuff regularly.
It would be a disaster, I agree.
All right.
Wait a second.
What?
Wait a second. We have a caller on the phone here. Steven?
Yeah.
Steven is, this is Stephen Green. He's a childhood friend of our producer, Brusket. He also was the electrician on my TLC show. The only Jew in the trades, by the way.
Not many of us, right?
No, there are not many stupid enough to work all day in the hot sun doing electrical work. You're, thing I like about you is I know quite a few Jews, but they're sort of even-keeled types. Yeah, they're left-wing, they're moderate, they don't believe in violence. I like you. You're super commando Israeli Jew.
That's right, that's right.
Well, I don't know anything about this whole Middle Eastern conflict other than it will never go away. So do you have any solutions?
Well, I just heard Ozzy's review, and I think the only solution is we send him over to mediate this, because it'll take about 100 years for them to figure out what he's saying.
That's a good point. Ozzy distracts them by mispronouncing their names.
Yeah,
yes.
Other than that, we need to just... I would like to say kill them all, like you just said, but I don't think that's the answer, because they'll just keep producing and they'll have more kids, and then we'll just have to keep killing them all. What they got to do is basically build a wall around Israel and not allow anybody in, just like we got to do here with Mexico. And that's it. Simple.
Right, but then it's like you're living in a gated community and you never get to leave.
Yeah, but the gated community is the highest, most affluent neighborhoods here, right?
Yeah.
Everybody will want to get in, but they can't afford to get in. That's exactly how it should be.
They're sending rockets in right now, and there's no fence high enough to stop a rocket.
No, what they have to do as far as the Hezbollah and the Hamas and Iran, what's going to happen is something good out of the whole thing. And what's going to happen is Bush is going to quietly tell Israel, do me a favor, I'm doing so bad here in America. Do me a favor, go bomb Iran and get rid of this all this problem I have there. And all the nonsense that they have building an atomic bomb. You're giving an atomic bomb to basically the Bloods and the Crips over there. I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Well, what would you do, Stephen, if you were in charge? How would you handle it?
Well, first, me and Ozzy would head over there.
Right.
And
why don't you take your friend Bruskin and his fists of fury over there? He'd make some hay.
Listen, Bruskin wouldn't take nothing from anybody. He'd fight every one of them right there in the streets.
Would he win?
He wouldn't win, but he'd keep fighting. He'd get up, he'd heal.
Scrappy.
He'd heal, and he'd fight again.
Right.
He'd heal, he'd fight again.
Back to the news.
What would you do? What would you do?
What I would definitely
What is the solution?
The only solution is...
Just a wall, that's it?
No, the wall is that just extra. That's just the bonus in the end. Because 5 years from now, they're going to start all over again. The only thing you can do is what they're doing, is bombard these people and make their lives a living hell, that eventually the moderates in these Arab countries say, you know what, I'm tired of getting bombed, I'm tired of my kids dying, we got to stand up to all these lunatics who want to blow themselves up for the Quran and anything. Who knows who wrote the Quran? It could have been a guy like Ozzy 400 years ago, 1,000 years ago, decided I'm going to screw with everybody. Watch this, everyone's following it. Who knows really who wrote it?
How about my plan to move them all to Baja, Mexico? All the Israelis, just pack it up and move. As long as they're there, they're going to be targets. Why would you want to do that? Who would want to live looking over your shoulder at a wall? You never get to go on a bus without thinking about it. You never get to go eat at a pizzeria without thinking, well, what a life. Why don't the Israelis just pick it up and leave? Who cares?
Listen, it's a great idea, but the problem is these fundamentalists, they don't care. It's just Israel's there now, so they're a good target. What do you think? They blame the West. They blame the West. What the hell did we ever do to them? And even if we did, Indonesia, they blew up this week. What did the Indonesian people? They could barely keep their head above water over there, and these people are blowing them up now. It has nothing to do with it. It's if you don't follow the way they want to live, like from 1,000 years ago, you know, they want to kill you. I mean, they literally have their daughters, if they go out on a date with a guy, they've shamed the family, they have them kill themselves, I read in the paper.
Stephen, what about, didn't Israel take their land, though? Seriously, Israel basically took their land.
Listen, we took California. We're not giving it back to all the Mexicans.
Well, we kind of are. We didn't agree to anything.
No, but slowly they take it over.
Yes.
Signing it over.
Yes.
How do you feel about a two-state solution?
Two-state? Wait, what two-state solution is there?
Just
all right, so you're not a moderate.
Live together?
Listen, here's my belief, Stephen, as you know from working with me. I don't believe that there's any difference in any people, that there's no good people and there's no bad people. They're all the same.
Just rich and poor.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Well, here's what I think. I think Stephen, the electrician, should become our chief political correspondent.
We do need someone. We need someone on our foreign desk.
Even keeled, yes.
He's like Wolf Blitzer from Brooklyn.
All right, hang tight, Stephen. We'll get back with you. Well, probably in a couple weeks, so probably don't have to stay on hold. But whenever there's trouble in the Middle East, we'll check in with Stephen.
For all the objectivity. Okay, should we get back to the news?
Sure.
Okay, I was going to report on the tsunami, but I can't take any more depressing news. Something
what
fun.
happened? There was another earthquake out somewhere?
Yeah, in same place in Indonesia, 6-foot tsunami. 5 people so far reported dead, according to the AP.
Yeah.
The result of another earthquake in the Indian Ocean.
Mm-hmm.
So that's depressing.
I thought we were going to have that whole tsunami alert thing in place by now.
There was an alert, but there wasn't much people could do. I think they tried to evacuate the beach, and there was an alert this time, but still.
Well, 5 people.
Well, obviously it was way worse before, but it's terrible when there's any loss of life. Okay, now on to something fun. But not fun for one Oregon woman. She was being too loud, so the neighbor called the cops. The cops showed up. They asked her to turn down her music or whatever she was doing that was too loud, and the cops left. But the woman got it in her mind that one of the cops was kind of attractive. She didn't really know how to reach him. So she decided to use 911 as her own personal booty call. This is the actual audio of this woman's 911 call.
911, do you need fire, medical, or police? No, ma'am, I don't. I don't have an emergency. 2 police officers just left my house just now. Third, could I get their names, please? Did you throw them back my way? Do you need them to come back there? Oh, I'd like that, yeah. Why do you need them to come back there? Because I have an emergency. I'll think of something. Honey, I'm just going to be honest with you, okay? I just thought it was cute. I'm 45 years old, and I'd like to meet him again. But I don't know how to go about doing that without calling 911.
Well, the same cop did show up, only showed up and arrested her for abusing the 911 system. She could face a year in prison.
Is that right? They actually sent the cop?
Yeah,
that's
because
the same guy?
Yeah, because he was the one that was patrolling that area.
Oh, sweet irony.
I wouldn't do that. I mean, if I were him. I mean, I'd give her a slap on the wrist, but I'd be flattered. Wouldn't you be flattered?
Yeah.
I mean, you'd show up and I'm going to look. I'd come up and I'd go, look, I'm going to go back and get on the radio and say, banged on the door, nobody came to the door and the lights were off, so I'm going back. If you want someone else to come out in the morning, they can, but, well, why don't you just let it go? Wouldn't you? I'd just be flattered by it.
She did break the law, and I guess 911 is used for, crises.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, though. What is the big difference between this horny old broad calling the place, trying to get herself a little man-tail, and my fakakta old neighbors calling 911 and getting the cops over to my New Year's party 3 or 4 years ago at 9:30 in the evening?
Both are an abuse of the system.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, last night, Lance Armstrong hosted the ESPYs, and some people think testicular cancer isn't funny. But the cyclist poked a little fun at himself. He sort of asked, why am I here? Why am I hosting these awards? And here's his answer.
I told the producers I'd give my left nut to host this thing.
Obviously, he lost his left testicle to cancer.
Right. Well, good to have a sense of humor about that. How was that, by the way? I didn't see a second of it.
Lance Armstrong was funny in his opening monologue, and then Nighty Night for me.
I can't bring myself to watch that nonsense.
Why not?
Completely contrived, manufactured awards for nothing.
Well, but all award shows sort of start off that way. I mean, the Oscars and the Grammys started off that way. I'm sure there were a bunch of people with their arms folded when they did the first Oscar saying, please, awards for acting, and now it's become accepted.
Well, but they do things like the best team. The Pittsburgh Steelers won for best team over the Chicago White Sox and Miami Heat. Based on what? But if they played football, the Steelers would win. If they played basketball, the Heat would win. I don't understand. Well,
I have no idea.
What are they better? It's retarded.
Well, I think if you're the New York Yankees and your payroll is several $100 billion and your odds-on favored to win, and you do win, then you're not going to get best team. If you come from some small market and you don't have much budget and your quarterback's undersized, then maybe you will win. I guess.
Let's talk about bad bosses, shall we? There's a website called workingamerica.org, and it conducts a contest for the worst boss, soliciting stories about terrible things that have happened to you. At work, you can win a week's vacation at $1,000. Now, there's an early favorite to win this. A California man, this is so atrocious. He was sent flowers by his boss at a financial institution because the man's father had died. So when he got his paycheck, he noticed that his paycheck was $200 light. He'd been docked for the flowers. Sent to him by his own boss.
Yeah.
After the death of his father.
Fantastic. Who's that? I don't know if Jack Silver, our boss, would have a problem with that or not. I just think he's pretty frugal.
Ace, how's the weekend?
Yeah, how's it going there, Jack?
I got to tell you, that doesn't print for me.
Doesn't.
No, throwing companies' money away like that.
You're right. You're saying you would definitely deduct the $200.
That's ridiculous, as the Ace Man would say.
Yes. Well, why say ridiculous when you can say ridiculous? Jack has told me about this story in the hall that even if he spent $80 on the flowers, he still would have deducted $200.
Just don't compitude with me, bro.
All right, Jack. Sorry.
Hey, Jack Silver, you're going to like this story because it involves something the hip young kids are interested in. Avril Lavigne got married over the weekend to Sum 41 singer Derek Whibley in Montecito, California. Avril's 21, Derek's 26. They're engaged for about a year. Now, I realized that I only had heard of Sum 41 because Avril Lavigne was with the guy from Sum 41.
Well, they've been around for 5-6 years.
This is them?
Yeah, they have a couple.
This is hot.
This is what the kids like.
We're in the demo here. This is good stuff.
Well, I try.
I find her very cute, but I would love to wipe the smile off her face in the bedroom. I really would. Yes. There's a handful of, I don't know what it is, but there's a handful of chicks where I just think, oh, boy. I would like, you're so sassy and you got an attitude and you're all 5'3" of you. Don't worry.
I'll give you a what for.
I'll give you a what for, yeah. There's the, I'd like to make sweet, sweet whoopee to you, chicks. And then there's, it's payback time.
Who's this, Avril? Oh.
Yeah.
And then you'd wipe the smile off her face, perhaps to one of her own songs.
That's what I'd do.
And she'll wipe something else off her face.
No.
I don't feel well. All right. Lastly, in weekend box office news, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest raked in another $62.2 million, making it the number one movie for this year.
But what was number 2?
Number 2 was Little Man.
How does that work? Let me just tell you something. I must be sent back to another planet to be recalibrated because my compass is way off. Whenever I see these Wayans Brothers movies, whether it's White Chicks or Little Man or whatever, I just see the commercials and I'm like, oh my God, is there a person on the planet that will see this schlock? It just, I can't find 30 seconds redeeming 30 seconds of the movie just for the goddamn trailer, let alone the hour and a half that is the movie. I would love to know how much money those movies have made. Scary Movie 2 and 3 and 4 and the White Chicks and stuff like that. I mean, we're into the billions at this point with those Wayans Brothers movies. We all turn our nose up and go, oh, please, who is seeing this stuff? Somebody, evidently.
Well, I sort of hated myself when I rented White Chicks and then chuckled a few times.
Oh, really?
It was kind of funny. I hate to admit that, but the Wayans Brothers...
You rented White Chicks?
I was desperate. There was nothing.
Hey, where are the white women at?
I'd rather go to a Buddhist monastery than watch that movie.
You rented White Chicks? What happened?
Well,
could you just beat yourself with a belt?
The good news is you're fired.
Sorry.
My God, woman.
It had a few chuckles.
You know what you need to rent? A mirror and take a good long look.
And see what's happening.
Strip down to the nude and just look at yourself and take stock.
Listen, I have to ask myself, if enough people like something, maybe there's something to it. So I wanted to see what it was called. But
wow.
The Wayans, by the way, if you don't know the plot of Little Man, it's a slapstick farce about a pint-sized thief masquerading as a baby. Could be funnier.
Yeah. All right.
I'm Teresa Strasser. I apologize for renting White Chicks, and that's the news.
It's time for Dave Damashek's number one sports. Number one sports. Do it, Dave.
I hope you did take 10, 15 minutes of your meditation at the Buddhist monastery to ask yourself, why did I rent that picture?
Well, I spend at least 90% of my time thinking of reasons to hate myself.
Good girl. Good girl.
National pastime. Dodgers limped through their first series since the All-Star vacation. Bums got swept by the Cardinals in St. Louis.
All right, what are they now?
Well, we'll get to that. Even the mighty Brad Penny couldn't stop the bleeding. He got the loss yesterday. I do hesitate to bring it up, but you'll be very happy to know, Ace, the Dodgers are now 46 up, 46 down.
Oh, a mere 90 games into the very short season. They're 46 and 46. So if the season starts tomorrow, where are they? Ahead or behind, or where are they?
They're 2.5 back of the Padres, as are the Gigantics.
Their record, Padres, though, is exactly the same as it was in February.
46, yes.
Yes.
First place Padres have lost 3 straight. They lost yesterday to the Philly Filthies. The San Francisco Gigantics lost to the Philly Filthies. And that one, Barry the Creep Bonds hit his 13th home run of the season. He hit it off the Phillies' Brett Myers, who just came back from a leave of absence after he got arrested on a Boston street corner for slapping his wife around. Some matchup. Bonds the Creep versus this guy. Bud Selig must be busting with pride.
He smacked his wife around out on a city street?
Yes.
Take that inside.
Yeah, I will always do that, or bring my old lady inside the car before I beat on her, but I'll never do it outside.
That's what makes you smart.
I disagree with that.
Snakes of Arizona lost 2. They're 3 back. Junior circuit. Halos red hot. They've won 11 of the last 12 after dumping the Devil Rays yesterday. The Halos now 46 and 45.
Whoa. You know what? I owe everyone an apology. Because back before these 185 games were played many months ago, I said both teams were going to be 500 right around the All-Star break. And as it turns out, one of the teams is 500 and the other one's one game off of 500. You understand? Our 2 teams, the Dodgers and the Angels, one is 46 and 46, the other's 46 and 45. And by the end of today, they'll both be 46 and 46. Fantastic sport, everybody.
If you don't love our national pastime, I bid you good
pastime.
Make way to the Middle East if that's a better way.
By the way, pastime.
Right.
Would you call a movie a pastime? Would you call a handy from a happy ending to a nice Oriental massage a pastime? Pastime's what you do when you're waiting to die. That's why this sport sucks. 46 and 46, and just another 80 games to go, everybody. Hold on.
You're just upset because you know that what I said to you the other day was true. You couldn't get a hit off a Major League
Yes,
pitcher.
I could.
First place Oakland Athletics win in Boston. Seattle Mariners lost an extras to the Toronto Baseball Organization. Hey, did you hear about Kentucky Derby winner Barbaro? He was on death's door, but now he seems to be doing well. And in fact, his doctors over the weekend described him as being in a good frame of mind.
Yeah, I like that.
Good frame. I hear he spent the weekend at a Buddhist monastery. That's what got him right.
I'll tell you who we need to put down his vets. Because 1 minute, 2 weeks ago, they're all over the news. Oh, no, he's fine. He's back. We got a total success. And then I see him on the news on like Wednesday or Thursday going, he's got between 18 and 24 hours. He will be put down this time tomorrow. Now I come back over the weekend and it's like, oh, no, he's doing good.
Yeah.
Well, which is it? And by the way, how many parts does a horse have? You know what I mean? You're working on the thing's legs. You can't figure out the thing's hoof. You can't figure this out?
Well, they didn't deal with such maudlin stuff last night on the ESPY Awards. As I said, I couldn't bring myself to watch. It's too uncomfortable. Lance Armstrong does comedy. Then they do stories about the persecution of young girls who can't play sports in the Middle East. And then they cut to Mike Tyson listening to this. It's very strange. I don't like watching it. It's all arbitrary. Hey, ESPN, who cares what you think is the best at anything? How you rank anything? Which reminds me. All right, let's do some rankings here. I want to rank something. I'm the foremost ranker. ESPN's trying to get in on my thunder. Now, I was thinking I had a delicious piece of meat over the weekend for
what was his name?
For breakfast. Oh, you. Now, I want to rank the best. I want to give you the weekly ranking.
Hold on, T's not done laughing at you.
Hold on, let me catch my breath.
All right, it was
Yeah,
Brusca.
go ahead.
It was Brusca. Now, best breakfast meats. Now, I want to remind you, these are the weekly rankings. You know, nothing's set in stone till the end of the year. But
Sure.
just to let you know where we stand right now. Number 5, Canadian bacon.
All right.
Number 4, the sausage link. Not the sausage patty, mind you. I hate the sausage patty.
What?
That's an outrage.
Sausage patty is
I want the
awesome.
sausage. I want the snap of the link. Don't give me that.
I'll give you the
poor
snap
man's
of the
hamburger.
link right in the ass.
All right, number 3, bone-in ham. Grilled up in the pan. It's delicious.
Bone-in ham.
It's delicious. Number 2,
Hold on, ham has an M at the end, you know. It's not bone-in ham.
This is so much more gripping than the S.
yes, much better. Thank you. I agree.
Bone-in ham.
Number 2, thick-cut bacon. Thick-cut bacon.
Where do you get what is thick-cut bacon? Where do you get it? Where do you get thick-cut bacon?
There's certain breakfast
You buy it
joints
at the store?
They know their business. They give it to you.
I've dismissed this list because of you and your sausage patty.
Number 1, it was absolutely delicious. I've missed it for a little while. Put it in a pan, and you have stamped your ticket to heaven. Polish kielbasa. Ooh la la. Do yourselves a favor.
All right. You've gotten back. I'll tell you this about the kielbasa. Kielbasa is nice. Sometimes I find myself fighting with it a little while I'm trying to cut it. You know, they do the split and the casing's a little
Before
tough.
you cook it, you mean.
Fighting with it. No, when it's on the plate.
Oh, I see.
They do the split kielbasa.
Oh, yeah.
You find it's nice.
Let me make a little suggestion to you. Pre-slice it in the little in the little rings.
Morsels.
Yes.
All right. I got to tell you though, I do enjoy the sausage patty. When the sausage patty wicks up some of the syrup from the pancakes, you get this. Yeah.
Yes, I enjoy that with my tofu
There are many strong contenders. I'm sorry, there are only 5 spots on the list.
I understand, Dave.
The Pittsburgh Penguins speaks again.
Dave Damashek's #1 sports.
All right. Well, Chief Thunder Bear has now entered the hall. I see him and Ozzy attempting to communicate, although I wouldn't put a lot of faith in that. 866-901-ADAM. If you have need some dating advice, Teresa Strasser not only speaks fluent Choctaw, but she does know dating as well. So she's going to shepherd Chief Thunderbear through this process. You call in, 866-901-ADAM. Chief Thunderbear, after this.
Young men, you need help with your date, or young girl, a problem with your mate. Well, just call him. He'll be happy to help. You don't even need to speak Choctaw. Teresa translates for Chief Thunderbear. Chief Thunderbear. He'll tell you everything that you need to know on the Adam Carolla Show.
Well, we're back. 866-901-ADAM. You call in if you need some advice from Chief Thunderbear. Let me go get him. He's in the hallway now. Chief Thunderbear! Come on in. Sit down.
Welcome, Chief.
Yeah, hey.
Same to you. Do you want to say anything before we begin, Chief Thunderbear?
Tanache, one Damashek ranking. Bear poo. Takaya wahakeche, yanaheke, sausage patty, yanakeke yacha.
I totally agree. And it's a good thing Dave doesn't speak Choctaw.
He doesn't agree with me?
Wahakeche, yamanahe. Ya wanna he wakea mana chike ane wahakea
The Chief is very upset.
My buffalo rape sibling.
Here's the thing, the Chief wished something very bad on you, and I don't feel comfortable translating.
Yana wahakeche yana wahakaya.
Okay, the Chief would like me to take some calls.
Tanache.
And I'm going as fast as I can.
Yeah,
I really am.
Yeah.
Okay. Tony, you've got a problem?
Yeah, I live in La Jolla, near San Diego, of course. And I'm a black guy here in San Diego. And
Yeah, chicky, one Schwartz, one Teke, Achana.
Chief also speaks a little Yiddish.
Exactly, Chief. You understand my problem.
Yeah, ample totem pole.
Well, you got a big compliment, obviously, from the Chief. So what is your problem out there in San Diego?
Dating. Just I meet women all the time who say, Tony, you're a great guy. You're very attractive. I'm a nurse. I'm successful.
I wanna a nurse.
Well, yeah, but I'm an ER nurse, so it's kind of different.
Tony, the Chief wants to know, do you feel like women aren't impressed with your job title?
No, I don't think so at all. A lot of women are very impressed with the fact that I'm a nurse.
No, black candy stripe.
The Chief is cracking himself up. Tony, what do you think is your problem so that the Chief can correctly diagnose?
I honestly think that although women find me attractive and everything like that, it's just when they think about the ideal guy, I'm not it.
No, heck, one weird shoes. One heck, one black mandingo homo.
Tony, what kind of shoes do you wear?
I don't know. I wear 11 and a half Sanooks.
No, heck, Velcro.
Are you a stylishly dressed man?
I am. I've been accused of being a metrosexual. Please, no nurse jokes.
Okay, so you're a nurse and you dress metrosexually. There might be women that are interested in that. Maybe you're just not looking in the right places.
Women with penis.
The Chief is upset. He thinks you're a little bit feminine.
Monk Jew.
He also said that I look especially thin today. My Choctaw isn't that good, but I'm pretty sure that's what he said.
Meditate on totem pole.
Tony, was that helpful for you? Chief says to hang up on you. Billy Moses, our webmaster, is calling in for some dating advice.
Dances with cleft palate. That's good.
The Chief wants to know, Billy, what he can help you with.
Hi, Chief. How are you doing today?
GEDGAY.
The Chief is really on his game today.
Good stuff.
They're going to change his name to Runs with Soupy Sales. Oh, yes, I know. Okay.
First of all, I just had a quick question real quick. I want to know if the Chief Thunderbear thinks my bits on the show are funny.
Jack Silver.
The Chief wants Jack Silver's opinion on this, and of course, when the Chief invokes somebody, they immediately appear.
The only thing worse than Billy on the air, of course, is Billy on the phone. Teresa, can you translate? I don't know if the Chief understands dynamite bit. This is fantastic.
John and Jeff.
The Chief isn't that happy with other radio personalities sometimes, but Billy, what else can the Chief help you with?
Well, I was just wondering. I like a certain female in the work area where I work, and I need some advice on how to ask her out because she's a little bit older than me.
Okay. Any hints on who that might be?
Well, she reads the news for a specific show around the area.
Uh-oh. Chief, what would you say? What would you say to young Billy?
17. 29.
The Chief's saying that let me translate. Not a chance in hell.
Oh, really?
That's what in Choctaw. That's what, and also he was pointing out.
Sound like that.
Right. Sometimes in Choctaw, a few words can mean a lot. And one thing that the Chief was trying to convey there, Billy, is that sometimes a workplace relationship is not a great idea because if it goes badly, you're going to have to see that person every day. And also, there is a significant age difference, as you are 17 and I, of course, am 29.
Europass. Oh, yeah, na take ya na cha.
But of course, just if it's lunch, it's innocent, It's
Chief.
Get shine box.
Now go home and get your f***ing shine box.
The Chief loves the mob movies. It's a funny thing. Chief's a quirky guy. Okay, we're gonna one quick blessing for, if you could, just a blessing for Billy Moses to pass his GED.
Junior college.
Thank you.
Live at home longer than Tad. Major in hacky sack. Never get delayed.
I feel the power. We're gonna. Chief, are you ready? Can you give one last bit of advice to one of our?
Yeah.
Okay, Sean.
Yeah. Hey, so this is this girl, and she emailed me a few times, and she gave me her number, and I called her.
She smoke mail.
I'm sorry, the Chief has been smoking.
Smoke mail.
Oh, he's not the only one. Yeah. So I called her, but she didn't seem that interested. And, she was with a few friends, so I had to, I told her I'd call her back, but, I'm sort of nervous about that now.
Let me get this straight for the Chief. So you first emailed and then you called?
Well, she emailed me.
She emailed you, so she initiated the contact, and then you called her and she seemed disinterested.
Yeah.
What was it about her that made her seem disinterested?
I don't know. She
restraining order. Trivial.
See, you might not know this, but on the reservation, sometimes they have sweat lodge ceremonies, and sometimes now they have roasts.
Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? Hi, how are
you? Sean?
Yeah.
What the Chief is saying is that you may have incorrectly interpreted her disinterest on the phone. The Chief, thank you. I sometimes my advice is obvious, the Chief says, but are you going to call her back? And can the Chief help you on what you should say to the girl when you call her back?
Yeah, that would probably help, too. But that first thing you said helped, too.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, Chief thanks you, right?
Hey, why not get you a role play?
Okay. The Chief wants to practice, and we do a role play. I'm the girl who's been out. Call me, and let's strike up a conversation. Okay? Hello. Hi, Sean. I'm sorry, Chief. I forgot to call for the sound effect. Thank you. I know it smells like a sweat lodge. That's Dave, not me. Oh, hello.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going very well, thanks. How are you, Sean?
I'm good, thanks. Are you busy today?
Chief, help me out.
Dances with hand.
Let me just boil down what the Chief said. He thinks you could maybe be a little bit more confident in your approach.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah, hey, to you. Okay, Sean, can you be a little more confident in your approach as the Chief suggested?
Yeah.
Go ahead again.
Yeah. Hey, what's up? It's Sean.
What's up with you, Sean?
Not too much. What are you doing right now?
What am I doing?
Hey. No. Let it check. Only hope. No. Put peyote and drink.
Well, I hate to translate it, but the Chief suggests that you actually drug her, and that might be your only hope. I would not suggest that.
Dances with roofie.
The Chief...
Billy West.
The Chief would like me to hang up on you because Billy West is coming. I want to thank the Chief. And Chief, just a small blessing to everyone you've helped today.
Hey,
especially Sean. He really needs it. And Tony. And Billy West.
Ren and Stimpy.
I like that too. Thank you, Chief.
Yeah, hey.
Chief's got to run. He's got a noon screening of Pirates.
Oh, that son of a bitch. I'd love to see that movie with him.
He's psyched.
And he can smoke out in there, too, because it's a whole ceremonial thing.
Right,
yeah,
they can't say
a pass. No, they can't. It's a cultural thing. All right, we'll take a quick break. Billy West coming in here, the voice of Well, he's doing me right now.
Oh, my God. It's uncanny.
This is not me talking. I'm sure he was very impressed by Chief Thunderbear.
I would think.
All right, anyway, we will bring him in, and we'll be right back after this.
Hey, if you're the guy who keeps leaving messages with heavy breathing, stop. You're creeping us out. And if that's not you, give us a call at 866-901-ADAM, The Adam Carolla Show. Right now on The Adam Carolla Show.
Ay, Chihuahua, Billy West was not only Stimpy, but this dog pal of his, Lynn.
Who is Ren?
Right.
Happy, happy, happy. Joy, joy, joy. My favorite live-action drama.
Wait a second. Is this plane gonna kill us?
Hooray! I'm useful. I'm having a wonderful time.
She's a beautiful ship, all right. Shapely, seductive. I'm gonna fly her brains out. I'm a certified college dropout.
Correct. This box contains our own universe.
It's Billy West. Here's Adam on The Adam Carolla Show.
What's happening, Billy?
Wow, what a fanfare.
Billy and I live near each other, I just found out, except for on his side of the hill.
Yeah,
the
but
power was on.
I found out something different this morning.
Yes.
Yes, because I've never driven out at this early out here before. Yeah. I wanted to know what it was like to drive in 1953 in Los Angeles, you know. Hey.
Yeah.
Right over here.
Oh, you're like, hey, the freeways work. Yeah. If you drive at 5 a.m., you find out it does work. It's just when everyone else hits the road at the same time, it doesn't work.
Wowie.
Billy West, I was a huge fan of when I used to listen to him on Howard Stern. I always thought Marge Schott was awesome.
That polarizes people. That was based on, I grew up in Boston. That was based on what do you call it, an amalgam of like real racist women. I used to, I'd be working in a warehouse and there'd be a black guy working with me, and the minute he left the room, she'd purse her lips and look around and then come to me and goes, I can't stand him. What's the matter, Jenny? What's the matter? Look at his arms. I said, what's the matter? She goes, he's like a goddamn ape. and I would say, Jenny, gee whiz, calm down. And she would just be like, he scares me. I'm afraid to leave here. Would it be fun? You can't hit him in the head. Oh, you'll break your hand. Oh, you can't. You got to shoot him like an elephant behind the ear, the sock part, like they do with the hunters. No, they had theories on everything.
Yeah, I love it. I really, coming from North Hollywood, I never met anyone from Boston or that area. I had no idea what was going on. They're turning out to be like Germany in the 40s. Which means it turns out they're diabolical over there. When I'm starting to meet these Bostonian sports fans, see, it turns out they're a mixture of stupid, smart, and aggressive. And everybody over there has a sharp tongue, no matter what their job is. Guys working pallet jacks all day would make you cry after talking with them for 5 minutes about sports. I don't know what it is about that region. Too many colleges, or too humid, or a mixture of I don't know what, but everyone seems to be simultaneously smart, angry, and dumb.
It's called being Irish.
Oh, is that what it is?
I'm half Irish.
You got to get some of those in North Hollywood. So when did you realize that you had a gift for the voices?
The wearing or the green, the puking or the corned beef and cabbage, the losing or the job, the phoning in or the sick.
I think it's quaint when white people are alcoholics and can't hold down jobs and get in a lot of domestic disputes. I really do.
Well, Irish people, all the uncles in my family, like alcoholism was stacked. The deck was stacked against me, and I had my bout 20 years ago with everything. But those guys, my uncles used to sleep in the doorway of the place they used to work. Mm-hmm. Just to make sure they could get their Irish-ass constitution up in the morning and get in there. I made it.
It's not a bad idea.
But their AA meetings were like all these kind of guys. Yeah, great. And my name is Tommy. Hi, Tommy. Grateful to be here. It was Thanksgiving. This is my story. It was Thanksgiving one morning, and I was cooking the turkey, and I started drinking. And I was drinking, and I was drinking, and I ran out of drinks. So I go down the cellar, and I rip out all the copper tubing and take it to the scrapyard and get $5 for it, and I go drinking some more. I come home, and I smell, oh, Jesus, Lord,
the turkey's burning. And then I opened it up, and it wasn't the turkey. I started looking around for my cat. And the cat went...
Hold on. Dave, don't make that noise in the middle of a story from Billy West.
Come here, little turkey.
So how's it work? You must have known you had this gift early on. I mean, all kids are into mimicking the teacher and the gym coach and all that stuff, but some people can do it and some people can't. I obviously can't. You can. When did you find out that you could make a living doing it?
I had no clue. My mother was always either putting AA pamphlets in front of me, like hinting around, don't you think it's time you ought to talk about it with someone? Or she'd come in and go, the phone company's hiring.
Right.
You know, she wanted me to just have a steady job. We lived in that 2-by-2-inch square world of Roslindale, Massachusetts that was like you had to be a townie.
Right.
If you even showed any interest beyond that little space, people would turn on you.
Oh, what, do you think you're better than us? What, are you better than us?
Yeah.
Well, when did you realize that, hey, I could make a buck doing this?
I started, I played music for a living. I was a rock and roller, and you know, the music was cover tunes, and I just, you know, I was never into it. The applause you got was for the Rolling Stones, not for your version of Brown Sugar.
Right.
So, you know, when strings broke in those days or an amplifier blew up, there was no roadies. We didn't have any roadies. So I would start screwing around on stage, and it sort of was like comedy. But people would go nuts when I did voices. So they liked that better than the music.
Right.
So I kept messing around with that.
And what was your first paying gig? You remember that one?
Yeah, I mean, in the workaday world or the music world?
Well, the workaday world, the voiceover world.
I worked at the Boston Naval Shipyard when I was 16.
Oh, that's a civilian job. But what was your first voiceover? Like, what's the earliest thing we could hear you doing a voice on, a commercial or something like that?
I was in radio in Boston back on WBCN. I just kind of wandered in one day all hungover, and I did some stuff, and the guy said, you want to start coming in? And I said, okay. So I started doing little bits that I wrote and everything, and it wasn't funny. It was just the voices were starting to pop out of me, so that was my excuse for being there until I actually learned what comedy was. I still don't know. I mean, it's like there's a zillion comedians, and there's only like 3 acts, and so I don't know where to fall in that. But I get paid a little bit of money to go there.
Now, you can do pretty good, especially if no one can do the voice you created.
I had to do female characters. We didn't have any actresses in radio. You know, it's like go back there and do a bit on, you know, whoever the talking meat of the day was.
Right.
You know, and to be like...
You could do Morgan Fairchild?
Yeah.
My name is Morgan Wolfbark, and hi, can I speak to Adam?
You're making me hot.
You know I'm an old bag, but you love me, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Oh, you know, you sound...
I have something to show you.
We need to take ourselves a little break. When we come back, though, Billy West's going to hang with us. He's going to read from the Star Jones book as Tony Soprano and Howard Stern.
Maybe you. I don't know. I was working on you.
Oh, you want to work on me?
Well, you know what? It's great because you're not self-aware when you're being funny, and it's almost like you don't know you're being funny. You don't tell jokes. So I think something really, really, really funny is going to come along someday and replace comedy. And I think it's you.
Wow, thank you.
Hey, ever noticed? No, I don't know. You don't tell jokes, but Owen Wilson always plays the part of a guy with a screwed up nose.
Yeah. Yeah. He does. His nose looks effed up and it sounds effed up, too. Billy West, mine looks fine, it just sounds like a mother. Billy West in studio, going to read from the Star Jones book as Tony Soprano and my dear, dear friend Howard Stern after this.
This is the Adam Carolla Show. You can leave us a message after hours at 866-901-ADAM.
This is Kevin. I'm in Olympia, Washington. Hey, please do a bit on the people that do the scale. On a scale from 1 to 10, it was a 20. Do something on that. I hate that. If it's 1 to 10, it's a 10. Thanks.
The Adam Carolla Show. Hi,
Hi, this is Dick Cavett, and you're listening to the recently defructified Adam Carolla Show. Give Adam a call right now at 1-866-901-ADAM.
I think he just called me the F word, but we're going to check into that. But Dick Cavett, more racist than you would normally think. When he came in here, I remember that was my impression. When people say, well, what'd you think of Dick Cavett? I would say, well, didn't know he was a racist.
He went on a bizarre racist rant that came out of nowhere.
Worse than Marge Schott. Billy West is in studio. BillyWest.com is where you go. The voice of really everything you enjoy.
Oh, my.
Even when you're thinking, it's his voice you're hearing in your head.
No, I think in terms of, like, who's around. I just, I never really did, like, written comedy stuff. It was like you could just bounce off of anybody, and I would find some fun in it. Like, I was sitting here touretting out voices trying to impress her, and
He impressed me with his Tom Likas.
His Tom Likas was dead on.
It was spooky.
Tom Likas's Tom Likas is dead nuts on, but Billy does even better one than he does himself.
All right, this is the Tom Likas Show, the show where anything could happen. It probably will. We have Pedro on the car phone.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Pedro.
Hey, how you doing, Tom?
I'm doing great.
Oh, what about it? Do you care?
I didn't want to do that one. Comedy isn't pure.
Sorry, Tom. I didn't mean to. Get back to Pedro.
Listen, Tom, you were talking earlier about that chupacabra, I wouldn't mess around with that if I were you.
Oh, really? And why is that, Pedro or Hernando or Ernesto?
Well, you can make fun of me all you want, but the chupacabra is like creating havoc in my garage, and he's just running through our yards, and our dogs are dead.
I mean, wait a minute. Apparently, this chupacabra is, I guess no one can see it except for only Mexicans have the ability to see this thing.
Hey, Tom, you do me a favor? Hey, wait a minute. My wife's giving birth in my truck. Hey, bitch, this is not a nursery here, okay? This is my truck.
Oh, they're having a domestic
Hey, Tom, you do me a favor? Blow my wife up?
Okay, here you go.
Was there an explosion? I couldn't hear anything.
Do you do the maniacal Tom Likas laugh?
I forget what the laugh is. I've heard him. I haven't heard him recently, but what is it, like the Joker or something?
Yeah.
Oh, is it like wait a minute, like the Riddler on Batman or something?
Yeah.
Or Jackie the Joke Man.
You don't. You just gotta
All right,
go.
Robin, Jackie wants to tell us a joke. All right, what's your joke, Jackie?
What do you call a hooker locked in a refrigerator?
A prostitute. Yeah, I don't get it.
Billy.
Robin, do you get that? Do you get that? I don't even know what that means.
If you could just
come on, you get it. It's funny. She's locked in a freezer. She's a prostitute.
Yeah, I know that, but the first part of it was funny enough. What did you have to give it a punchline for?
Okay, you mean like a horse goes down the street, sticks his schlong in a guy's drink?
Yeah, what do you need a punchline? I think that's hellaciously funny in itself.
Oh, okay.
He's laughing at his own jokes.
Not only would I appreciate, but I'm sure the listeners would appreciate it if you just did the entire Howard Stern show. Everybody,
all right,
just show up around 6 tomorrow.
Do you have any swinging commercial music, like the Ventures or any of that stuff?
Yeah, you play a little of that Dick Dale guitar.
Little Dick Dale guitar.
Say something about Heineken.
Yeah, what is this, Fred? What is this, Fred?
No, we need Dick. We don't have any Dick Dale. We don't have any surf. We don't have any surf
Robin,
guitar.
and then I don't have to show up?
Yeah, maybe. What's your cup size?
A.
Yeah, did you ever do it with a black guy? You wear underwear?
All right, well, get back to Herb
Where's
Alfred.
That's
all we got.
Where's the commercial music, Fred? All right, what is this, Fred?
Heineken.
Heineken. Pfft. Hey, Robin, I'm drinking a Heineken right now. It's really good. Hey, Robin,
there we go.
You want to try one, right? Fred, have a Heineken. Yeah, he loves it, see? That's what you ought to go out and get Heineken because it's real good and junk. All right, we'll be back after this. All right, then all of a sudden he comes back and what is this, Fred? Cedars-Sinai Outpatient Alcohol Clinic. Yeah, hey, you think you had enough of the stuff? Look in the mirror at yourself. Yeah, that's right, you're a mess. You got juice bags under your eyes, and that forehead of yours is all puffy and hot. And you know, I'd quit drinking if I were you, and the way to do it is go over to Cedar Sinai, outpatient. All right, we'll be back after this. He comes back in. All right, Fred, what is this? Dr. Randall Sword, hair transplants. Hey, you know, I'd normally look at you and say, hey, let it shine, brother. But look in the mirror. You know, no chick wants that. Every bald guy thinks he has a look now. He can be fat and have an earring and a goatee, but you know what? That stuff is nowhere, and you know it. So get over to Dr. Randall Sword today and get your hair back. We'll be back after this. And he come back and he go, look at you. You look like a big hairy ape. You know, you can get rid of that hair. It was like, you know what? God bless the sponsors, but he did a great job with them.
Bruska, get Billy to do a P-touch spot during the break, would you? Ask Howard Stern.
Hey, Robin, I just farted. Yeah, I tell a really good joke and you don't laugh and you fart and everybody falls to pieces. Even me.
What happened? I loved you on Stern. I loved you on Stern.
Nuts.
So did everybody. But you guys, when did you guys part ways? It's been
1995.
Really?
Yeah.
It's been over 10 years?
Yeah.
Wow. I was trying to figure it out, and I was saying, God, it's been 6-8 years since he's been on, but I didn't know it was over 10 years.
Yeah.
And what happened?
What happened
you
was
wanted money?
I was trying to get a raise.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for 2 years I had blown the doors off the place, and everybody knew it. And then I just said, you know what? I'm going to ask for a raise. So nobody returned my solicitor's phone calls, so I just up and left. I said, you know what?
Were you getting paid by the appearance?
No, I had like some sort of salary worked out. But you got to remember, I was doing Ren and Stimpy back in those days. I fly out here and then I go back to the Stern show. You know,
right.
I'd be out here like I was doing Doug for Nickelodeon, sweet little cartoon. You like,
yeah, I got a girlfriend and her name is Patty Mayonnaise. And here comes Roger Klotz. But give me that. Hello, world. Hey, write your congressman. I'm funny. Tell him. I want my own show.
And what about the people at Nickelodeon hearing you do the horribly racist Marge Schott on Howard Stern? Did they freak out?
I received some words, but I said, we're all adults here.
Right.
Come on, you're worried about these cartoons. There's a couple of pieces of paper lit up with a light underneath it made out of plastic. What do you...
Right.
You know.
So ultimately, after doing Stern for a few years, you wanted to be compensated. I mean, radio kind of works that way where they do that thing where it's like, hey, we're doing you a favor putting you on the air, so they give you almost nothing. And then after a couple of years of success, you go, hey, could I get paid, please? And they go, come on, well, you're only getting paid next to nothing. We'll give you a 10% raise, which is still just more of nothing.
Yeah, but a radio license is broadcast license is a license to print money.
So
and it's like, oh, here comes that pain in the ass. Ooh. You know what we do when Billy comes down the hall? Make him feel like he's only here through some error in his favor.
Right.
And so I'd be like, hey, Tom. And he'd be like,
Chiasano.
Yeah. Well, I love him, but, you know, it's my whole thing with radio. I have a love-hate relationship with it.
So they didn't pay you and you moved on.
Yeah, that's all.
And terms with Howard Stern, bad blood?
It was my last day on the show, and I was doing that Red character from those old tapes, you know, the bartender.
Mm-hmm.
Why, you motherfucker, you could suck my desk, you cocker spaniel.
You know. It's like, you know, who'd you want to talk to?
Oh, yeah, Burnt.
And where
Burnt to a crisp.
Burnt to a crisp? Burnt to a crisp! You hear the phone going, cloom, cloom, cloom.
And are you on good terms with Stern now?
I haven't talked to him in like 10 years or so. The last time I talked to him, he was going on Letterman. Mm-hmm. He said, I got nothing to talk to Letterman about, you know, as usual. I said, well, you could talk about the movies. Yeah, what's going on? I said, well, there's this Jim Carrey movie called Liar, Liar, and I said, it's an hour episode of Bewitched, actually, you know. Oh, yeah, that's right, isn't it, huh? Hey, he even looks like him, doesn't he? And I go, yeah, you know.
And that's what he talked about?
So
and that was
working.
it. Well, look, you don't have to talk to Stern. You can just talk to yourself.
I can.
Talking to Stern.
Yeah, right.
All right,
I was going to read this stupid book, though.
Oh, yeah. Do we have time for that?
Right.
Or we do?
Yeah,
all right, good. You got the Star Jones book?
Star Jones book. She has a mustache, a blackened out tooth, and a goatee. And
we did that to her.
Better.
Yeah.
She looks better than I ever saw her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that big fat. She could solve the fuel problem, Robin. Yeah, all you have to do is lipo-suck her, and we'll have an alternative form of energy. They should do that to all the fatsos. Just give them an incentive. Give us your fat, we'll give you some money, and we'll run the world like that, because all oil is melted dinosaur, right, Fred? All right.
I hate, but here we go. There's a difference between being full-figured and being fat.
I can't tell him to do it like Tony Soprano.
All right, this is the last Sunday dinner I ever have at this house. All right, once I was full-figured as I am now, just with less weight.
Oh, Mr. Soprano, you're suffering from secondary anxiety with delusions of persecution.
Oh, good, I thought I had dandruff. Meadow, you look like a whore.
That's a good thing about him. He always sounds like he's ready to cry. That's the secret to that impression. Only 5 years too late. Look at me.
Really?
Yeah, I figured it out. No, he was like,
Yeah, Tony, you were never very good at athletics.
What are you going to say a stupid thing like that for, Uncle June?
you look like a weep.
I had enough of you people. You people ain't my kind of people.
It was weird early in this season when he did play another character and you realized he was doing a voice, essentially, as Tony Soprano.
He was doing him.
He was doing him, but maybe he always does him. Maybe that's what he always sounds like, and he was doing a voice when he was playing the businessman from the Midwest.
Wasn't lucky. He wasn't lucky like Christopher Walken. You know, there weren't a million comedians that can do him to teach him how to talk. Tony just, he just said, I'm a parody of myself at this point, I guess.
So is doing a walk-in beneath you, because everyone does that?
What do you mean walk in?
Wait. There's a guy I met this morning. I'll imitate him at the 7-Eleven.
Yeah, I'm on the 7-Eleven. I'm going to give me a Slurpee. I'm going to give me a pea book, a Rusty book, and I'm going to get my horoscope from the paper. But I read my wife's horoscope, you understand? To find out what kind of day I'm going to have.
Drawn off the hizzle.
This a Jewish guy you met?
Yeah.
Billy West.
Yeah, mine Harney. Yeah, Harmon, yeah.
BillyWest.com is where you go. Sorry, Bill, we're plumb out of time. But really,
sorry.
Come back tomorrow about 5 minutes to 6 and just do the entire Howard Stern show as you remember it circa 1994.
Uh-oh.
Please, those were the
bring
great
in the spit
years.
drinker. Hey, Gary, bring in the human roadkill.
Billy West, everyone.
Gary, bring in the booger eater.
Billy West.
He's going to hate me for this, but no, I have a lot of love for him because when you do an impression of somebody you supposedly like...
It's out of love.
No, you make an enemy of him if you do it.
No, listen, it's an homage unless you screw with Kathy Griffin.
That's right. Well, I endorse you. I endorse you, Adam.
Thank you, Billy
I endorse
West.
you. Remember, I also endorsed, what's his ass there, David Lee Roth.
Oh, all right.
I didn't help him.
We're going to take a quick break. Porn star Memphis Monroe.
Can I stay, please? I want to put my head between her legs and go...
Tom, you can stand in the corner quietly when porn star Memphis Monroe enters the studio.
I'll stand in the corner, but I'll be buck naked, you see. Blah.
Ozzy also is going to review her movie, Aphrodisiac. He was on the set watching the movie being filmed. We'll see if we can extricate any information out of the Ozman. All that and an update on our crackhead family after this. Ozzy, I'm trying to get him to mispronounce a word for once in my life. Meanwhile, the guy hasn't been able to pronounce my name for 16 years. He calls me, but he says jab like this, job. I said, no, yob, jab. Ozzy, just say yob, jab. Would you say something different? At least yell the N-word out.
Only you can prevent forest fires. Well, that's one less thing we have to do. This is the Adam Carolla Show.
And now, Alcoa presents Definitely Not a Jew on the Adam Carolla Show. Dateline, Whittier, California. A 72-year-old woman calls the Adam Carolla Show.
Yes, what's happening, my dear?
My daughter's on crack. I'm 72, and she's my caretaker.
Your daughter's on crack. She lives at home with you.
Because she was living in a shed.
What drugs does your mom do?
She does the meth with me. She does out-of-hand, Vicodin, Norco.
Where do you get money for the drugs?
I'm on disability.
For what?
I'm an attempted murder victim.
What happened?
My arrest was for 18 years, tried to kill me.
Tough story. We do have a candidate for Definitely Not a Jew, though, of the century.
Definitely not a Jew.
Then last Friday on the Adam Carolla Show,
our meth mother and daughter team are being packed up by a saint in a van named Roger, who's taking them to one of their, hopefully two of their open beds
Cedar House, the official rehab
Bernardino.
center of the Adam Carolla.
That's right.
Now let's check on their progress on the Adam Carolla Show.
All right. Well, Sarah's on the phone. Sarah?
Yes, Adam.
Sarah, you're the mom. Carolyn's the daughter.
Yes.
You're 72. Your daughter's 48.
She's 47, please.
47. She'll probably not see 48, but you guys are doing the meth, doing the speed together. Oh, you're doing booze and everything else.
I don't do speed. I don't do that.
You don't?
No.
But she does. And you guys are living together because...
Well, she doesn't anymore since our experience at
Cedar House?
At Cedar House, we did leave because we got paranoid and frightened, and her blood pressure went down dangerously low.
So where are you now? And by the way, you guys are living together because her ex-husband attempted to murder her by stomping her to death.
Yes.
That's funny.
Yes, it was. It's funny?
Well, you laughed when he said it.
No, it's not funny.
I see. Did you have an abusive husband yourself?
No, I did not.
Well, what happened? Where's your man?
Where's my man? He went to live with Jesus.
Oh, he did?
Carolyn's father's no longer living?
No, he's not. He died.
And you guys were together. This is Carolyn's father. You guys were together when he passed away?
No.
No. You guys have been divorced?
Yes, and I was married again after that to a wonderful man.
What happened to him?
We divorced after 7 years.
Did he go to live with Satan, or is he still alive?
Well, no, I like his new wife.
And neither one of these guys abused you?
Oh, no.
Or your daughter?
No.
It's weird, though. It's weird.
Never. I would have killed him.
I've found, though, when a daughter makes a decision to hook up with a long-haul trucker who tries to stomp her to death with a steel shank boot, usually there was some violence in the home when she was growing up.
No, that is not so.
Wait a second, though. Let's go back for a second. On Friday morning, we leave off. Roger, out of the goodness of his heart, he dispatches a van to pick you and your daughter up to get you cleaned up and everything. Next thing we know, now you're back at home. What day did you leave this place?
We left yesterday because we flunked detox.
What do you mean you flunked detox?
Because we were in a room alone together, and you're only allowed out with an attendant who takes you out. And I tell you, if I didn't smoke, I would start to get out for a little while.
Yeah. Rogers.
And the other patients are wonderful.
Roger's on the phone right now, by the way. Roger?
Yes, sir.
So what happened?
Okay.
Is your name Roger, Sarah?
Oh, sorry.
Adam, I think Sarah and Caroline just weren't apparently ready to give it a good try, and they decided they were going to live.
Sure, believe me, we don't ever want to experience that again.
So you're never going to attempt sobriety again?
No, we're never going to use again because it was too lonely. I felt suicidal.
Well, where's Carolyn now?
She's right here.
Let me talk to her.
Let me guess, she's sleeping.
To talk to you.
She wants to talk?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're not drunk or on any medication right now?
No.
This is you.
This is me.
Sad.
Why, you don't like me?
No, you sound like you've had a couple of belts. No?
I do.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. Carolyn should clean herself up. She has a daughter, but this Sarah, listen, she should just drink herself into as much as she wants to. She's an old lady. Get drunk as much as you want, you old broad.
You should run a rehab center.
Yeah.
Well, listen, she's an old lady. She's in her final days. Enjoy
It's
her
a
life.
one-step program. You yell at her.
I'm encouraging her.
Put Carolyn on the phone.
All right, I will.
All right.
Adam's on the phone.
I love that one.
Hello?
Carolyn?
I'm sorry. I'm near the radio. I have to move.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys have a radio. That sounds like a pretty high-tech convenience item for you guys. You guys have TiVo?
No, I have a computer I use all the time.
I see. Boy, everyone has a computer these days. What, is it one of those weird flesh-colored ones from the early 80s?
No, it's a new, it's a new one.
Okay.
Off just dynamite. I've got all the gadgets. It's not.
And are you sober?
I'm not ordinarily poverty-stricken or anything.
Are you well, you're on disability, right?
Yes, for post-traumatic stress.
What do you get for disability? How much money do you get a month?
About $900.
$900?
Yeah.
Well, that's not very much money. I mean, you have to pay rent and everything, right?
No, it's not. You have to count on subsidy. See, I don't know if you know what the situation was with me.
You had your ex-husband attempt to kill you.
Yeah, for 18 years.
Tried to kill you for 18 years.
By kicking her with a steel
went on
boot.
for 18 years. I couldn't get away because he threatened my daughter and my mother.
And you were never abused in the home before this, growing up?
Physically?
Yeah.
Not physically.
How about sexually?
No.
How about spiritually?
Yes.
Spiritually abused?
Yeah, well...
What does that mean? A shaman came in and made fun of your dream catcher?
You mean emotionally and verbally, right?
Right.
Okay. So the guys that your mom married were verbally abusive to you?
No, one I consider abusive. He was there for several years and just left us with nothing.
But yet no one ever raised a hand to you growing up?
Not much.
What about your mom?
Occasionally, not much.
It's just amazing that you would hook up with a guy who would attempt to kill you for 18 years and you would stay with him while he threatened you and your daughter and your mother.
Well, my daughter and my mother weren't there. We were out of state. I had to keep him.
Where's your daughter now?
She's in California.
How old is she?
She's now 30.
Do you have contact with her?
Not recently.
You guys not on speaking terms?
Well, it's been for a couple of years, but since this business started, I didn't want her around it.
And what about getting sober? Why did you leave the Cedar House?
Because, last 2 years I was with this guy. He locked me in my room. He followed me to work because he didn't work. He lost his job because he got a DUI. I'd wake up with a 45 in my face every day. The idea of
every day?
Every day.
Even your people's Sabbath Saturday?
So is she saying that the rehab made her feel again like she was imprisoned?
Yeah, well, I feel like that when I'm locked in someplace, and I understand their policy and all that, but it's to me not necessary. You're
an eagle. You've got a sore.
Well, no,
that means go to a crappy one-bedroom in Gardena and watch TV.
No, it's being that you have to have a patient attending you everywhere, every minute. There's no TV, there's no radio.
Right, so you don't take drugs and continuously destroy yourself with meth and get high.
Think about except your addiction.
All right, so look, you're
full of medication, which is...
Okay, so you just want to get high.
No, I don't.
Well, you're going to. Oh, look, you're going to start chipping away.
I'm not going to do that.
You haven't gotten high since you left the rehab center.
I haven't been doing it that long. It's been a little over a year.
But you've been drinking?
No, I don't drink anymore. I stopped that.
You've done nothing since you left Cedar House?
No.
There's nothing has passed your lips other than food and Gatorade?
No food, no Gatorade, but nothing.
Now it's bringing other things into question. Okay, look.
I intend to try to do it by myself. I did it before with heroin, so I can do it.
Oh, you kicked heroin already on your own?
Yeah.
All right. And what does the future hold for you? When are you going to move out from Mom's? What's the plan?
Well, see, the problem with this guy...
Please. Yes.
Okay, I don't think you can tell me over. Okay, the problem...
Who is this guy, by the way? Charlie Sheen? Who have you been dating?
He's in prison.
Oh, fantastic. Okay.
Against me. But in the meantime, I had to have a legal name change and a Social Security number change.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I've lost my job history of 18 years. I'm qualified to work at McDonald's.
Okay.
You know? It's tough.
Right.
Well, yeah, I'd make almost as much as that in Social Security.
Right. So the guy,
they'd qualify me for
your ex-husband who tried to kill you is in the joint.
No, yeah. That's
Yeah,
why
okay.
he's in the joint.
Okay. All right. Well, look, I'm done. I wash my hands with you guys.
I appreciate what you did, and I appreciate Walter very much.
You mean Roger?
Roger. He was not there.
It's clear you guys become very close over the past few days.
Well, he hasn't been there over the last 2 days.
Roger offered, he's from Cedar House, he offered a couple of beds for you guys. $10,000 a pop. And by the way, people waiting in line to get in county facilities. He offers this up for you. He picks you up in the van, and then you leave.
Do you want to talk to me, or do you just want to talk?
Well, look, I have no more time for you guys.
Okay, 3 other people left the same day.
Oh, you want me to call them? What's their numbers?
Oh, no, I'm just saying it's not an easy place.
Well, listen, getting sober is not easy.
Right.
But you had a shot, and you threw it away. And like I said, it's an opportunity that a lot of people wait in line for and spend a lot of money for the privilege, for the opportunity of getting sober.
Everybody there they had a choice of prison or there.
Okay, look, whatever the reason is, you're 47, and you're just, that's it
But
then.
it can't be a forced thing.
Okay, look, just continue to get high.
What about another subject that Bill, the gay board up over here, has your stinking cat?
Elizabeth.
Oh, really?
What are we going to do with that?
Yeah, what am I supposed to do with Elizabeth?
Eat it.
Yeah.
You guys, have you noticed your cat's not there?
She cleaned my office that I keep her in, a little room. Left her there overnight. She left it spotless. But she's got an infected ear. Did you know that? Her ear smells like, well, probably worse than her A, because I didn't smell it.
Coyote in Big Bear.
With a steel boot.
In Big Bear?
She was attacked by a coyote.
She's got a restraining
order.
order.
What's she doing in Big Bear?
Skiing?
Bill,
trying to get away.
Board Op Bill told me 2 things about your cat, Elizabeth. He found out, A, she had an infected ear, and B, she was a bottom. But let me tell you, when you're gay, that's how you see the world. Tops and bottoms. Not presidents and airline pilots, just tops and bottoms. You could just take the world and put them in 2 categories.
Can't you see the damage to her?
Well, Sarah,
you don't see the damage till they're living beings, I guess.
No, I saw the damage, and I also saw the neglect. I mean, you haven't taken care of her ear at all. There was all sorts of stuff coming out of the ear. I had to clean it for 2 days. A hobo power of
Then there was all sorts of stuff coming out of Bill.
Yeah.
All right, so are you going to get your cat back?
Yes, of course.
How are you going to do that?
I'll drive and get her.
Okay. What are you driving these days?
An 03 Focus.
Oh.
She's got a better car than I do.
Where do you get your money, Sarah? I mean, so who are we talking to? Carolyn. Is this Carolyn?
Yeah, I'm frugal.
Oh, okay. $900 a month from the state. Okay, well, you didn't want to get sober. That's your prerogative.
I do.
Well, you do, but you just snuck out of the place where you could get sober.
I didn't sneak out.
You walked out. Whatever it is, I'm done with you. I have sympathy for you until you
don't have sympathy.
All right. Well, I can't help it because you're 47 and you're on disability and you've been in abusive relationships your whole life and your daughter's not talking to you and you live with your mom and you're both getting high. It'd be very easy to feel sorry for you, but we gave you an opportunity and you chose to ignore it.
I don't ask for pity, but I don't ask for your laughter.
All right, listen, we'll play you these tapes if and when you get sober.
Give her the boot,
that's what
as
you
it were,
sound like.
Adam.
All right, that's it. Roger, you've done what you could do.
Well, we're still open for the next scholarship candidate, Adam.
Well, we'll send Def Frat Guy out there.
Okay, thank you.
On Wednesday. You're a saint.
Thanks, everybody.
That's Roger from Cedar House. Well, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. They didn't want to take our help.
How much lower of a bottom can you reach than these people?
I don't know. I've had friends that were into substance abuse, and at a certain point, you point them the right direction, but you have to walk away at a certain point, whatever. I don't know if age 72 and 47, you have a combined age of 145. I don't know if it's ever going to take at this point. We'll take a quick break. We have, what do we have coming up here, Brusket?
Memphis Monroe.
Memphis Monroe, porn star, and Oswaldo Castillo, who was on the set for movie Aphrodisiac, watching her getting sex down. He'll have a review for us, and then Bill Simmons, ESPN sports guy, coming in. He's going to take apart Face Off and our basic movie classics segment. All that still coming up on the Adam Carolla Show.
It's time to play Guess the Movie Quote with the Adam Carolla Show's movie reviewer, Oswaldo Castillo. Which famous movie is this scene from?
You know, understand, I cuida hot glass and cuida bean container.
The answer when we return with more of the Adam Carolla Show. Welcome back to Guess the Movie Quote. Did you guess which movie this famous line is from?
You know, understand, I cuida hot glass and cuida bean container.
If you said On the Waterfront...
You don't understand. I could have had class. I could have been a contender.
You're correct. Thanks for playing. Now back to the Adam Carolla Show.
As promised, Memphis Monroe, adult film star Memphis Monroe in studio. Good to see you this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Bill Simmons, the sports guy, announced, and he's got a discerning porn eye, announced that she is hot, not porn hot, just hot. Could be the neighbor in a sitcom.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, you read his column on ESPN a lot?
No. No, I don't.
Just saying.
Did you think he was cute?
Who?
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Let's,
sorry.
Let Bill lick his wounds in the hall. Let's just move forward. You met Ozzy on the set?
Yes, I did meet Ozzy.
Of Aphrodisiac?
Yes.
$250,000.
It's one of the biggest budgets, Hustler.
Yet you only got 900 of it. No, what happened? Are you getting paid? You being well compensated?
Oh, well, yeah, I'm a contract girl for Hustler, so I get paid, on income sum.
So you get the contract girl stuff, which is a relatively new thing in the adult industry. Maybe Jenna Jameson got things going 10 years ago. I don't know. But
yeah.
you get an amount. Instead of getting paid, you're going to
give you an amount.
All right, Dave. Now, please. Instead of getting paid $700 for a girl scene or $1,300 for a little double DP, hungry and horny at the same time.
Figure out what that is.
The point is, you get $250,000 a year, and then you're contracted to do 9 movies a year or something like that.
Yeah.
How many movies do you have to do a year?
I'm contracted for 24 scenes, which pretty much evens out to 12 movies.
12 movies, so
yeah.
two scenes per movie.
About the same as Jude Law last year.
Mm-hmm. And what do you get? Ballpark a year, because I'm thinking about getting into it.
Well, every contract's different.
Ballpark name of one of the films, by the way, she was in.
Around 70,000.
About 70,000.
Mm-hmm.
Now, would that be that's mid-range?
Yeah.
That's not low end, that's not high end, but it's about 70.
Yeah, it's a pretty good ballpark.
All right, so you're not exactly getting rich, but it's a decent living for working how many days out of the year?
It varies. Sometimes I don't work at all in a month. Sometimes I work, like these past 2 months, I've been working like every other week. So it varies.
And then you make money when you go to clubs, do signings, go on the road?
So there's always other incentives for me to make more money.
Right. And are any guys you won't work with, any guys you look forward to working with? What if Ozzy was in one of these movies?
Hey, I'd work with Ozzy.
You would?
I would.
Let's work with him right now. And action.
Hold on, we have program
Make
director
love.
Jack Silver coming in. Jack, what do you think? Finally, we got some TNA on the
Thank
show.
Christ! This segment rocks the house. Open up the soup cooler, make with the sexy.
Nice, Jack. All right. Well, listen, we listen. I know you don't like when Billy's on the phone and that kind of thing, but you do like when the beautiful ladies come into the studio.
They got the big boobs bouncing around. That's what the kids like. What the kids are into. Let's hit the demo. Let's go.
Speaking of boobs on Memphis Monroe, look like a solid C+D and a natural, at least from what I can tell.
All natural.
All natural. And an ample areola rivals that of producer Bruskets.
I'm chubby or I'm a lesbian.
So, Ozzy, you were on the set last week.
Yep.
And were you actually standing there while Memphis was having sex?
Yeah, I see one scene with Memphis.
You saw one scene.
Yeah.
What scene was it? What was going on?
She eating popsicle.
Is that a euphemism, or was she really eating a popsicle?
Yeah, she eating.
She was performing on a guy. That was, and then went into the sex.
I not really see see she make a sex, you know.
She make it a sex?
Only take, you know, oral.
But she did take her clothes off for you, though, right? You have pictures with you and everything.
Yeah. She
just for Ozzy.
Very nice.
She take it to oral. She don't make it a sex. Is that what you say?
Very sweet.
Very sweet. I know. Ozzy showed me a picture. He took it with his digital camera. Then she signed it and explained he's taking it to a storage locker where he keeps all his pornography, and I'm sure a few bodies as well. So, Ozzy, you have a review of the movie?
Yep, yes, I do.
Well, let's hear it.
I make something over the scene I see, you know.
The scene that you saw from the most expensive Hustler movie ever, yes?
Yes.
All right, let's hear your review, Ozzy.
Oswaldo, tell us about some movies. We want to know which movies you have seen. Go ahead, Oswaldo, tell us.
Today I'm reviewing movie that I had the pleasure to see behind the filming.
Mm-hmm. You're actually standing there. How far away was he? And in Memphis, did you notice the short man from Nicaragua standing there, and did it throw you off your game at all?
No, not at all. There could be 100 people in the room, and I'm still on top of my game. Something I do every day, so.
Eye the tiger.
Yeah.
I like that. You got to focus.
Yes.
All right, go ahead, Ozzy. So, and Ozzy, again, how far were you from Memphis?
12, 15 feet.
12, 15 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, just out of range. Just out of range of the
maybe
Ozman.
6 inches to the screen.
Mm-hmm. I see. All right, go ahead, Ozzy.
It's called aphrodisiaco.
Aphrodisiac?
Aphrodisiac.
Okay.
And it's the Hustler porno movie.
Hustler porno movie.
It's a star Memphis Monroe.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy Gunn. Evan Stone.
Evan Stone.
Sandra Romaine. And Steve
Holmes. Okay. Steve Holmes.
I went to the porno set and the Hustler video and was surprised to see people screwing in 2 and 3 and orgies.
They had orgies. Were you in an orgy?
No, that was Sandra Romaine, and he just happened to walk in right when they were doing their set, and it was a DP, so he got a little bit taken back.
What happened to you?
Penetration.
What happened to you?
I was like director of photography.
You know, the more than 2 people is orgy.
I know, but what happened in your pants when you walked into this orgy?
Hold on, let him define orgy for you first, and then he'll tell you.
Let me take a finish, please. I saw the beautiful porno star Memphis Monroe. She had 1.5 years in the career.
1.5 what?
Oh.
1.5 years in the career. In this specialty.
18 months.
18 months.
That's how long you've been. How many movies have you made, Memphis?
I have about 35 that I know that's out right now.
What's your first one?
My very first one, geez, I don't even remember.
Because to me, that's exciting to see that first one. I don't want to see the 500th. I want to see the first one.
Yeah, the very first one, it was with, I think Lethal Hardcore shot it, and I don't even remember the name, because it just came out like...
When you look back on it, do you ever look back and you're embarrassed? Not because you're giving a guy a handy, but because your acting was bad? Like, my God, like seeing yourself on public access when you're 19.
One of my first movies, I actually watched it just to critique myself, and I noted to myself to stop saying, oh yeah, because I just kept repeating myself over and over and over again, and I'm like, oh, this has to be annoying to who's ever watching this, because I was just like, oh yeah.
We don't have the sound of
Yeah,
throw an oh yeah, and then every once in a while break it up with that's the ticket.
Yeah.
All right, Ozzy, sorry, buddy. Go ahead.
Before making porno movies, Memphis was a model.
She was a model.
Model, yeah.
What kind of model?
I was a nude model. And I also did a little bit of a fetish, pantyhose, stockings,
Mm-hmm.
that kind of stuff. So.
All right, and you then segued into pornography. All right, go ahead, Ozzy. Sorry.
Memphis signing with Hustler Video.
Hustler?
Hustler Video.
Video?
Video.
No, not
One
video.
rich
Hold on, again, Ozzy. Do not say it exactly how you said it the first time, because that's the one way we know it's not going to work. Video.
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 The.
Video.
Vagina.
Vagina.
No, not vagina and video. All right, keep going.
Video.
Hustler Video.
One rich contract for screwing and other thing that I can't tell to you right now.
70 grand, though, sounds a little light.
Yeah, for 12 movies?
Well, of course, if I re-sign again, I get a little bit of a raise.
How about something like this? I hope my wife's not listening, but Bill Simmons is in you. I know Dave is. I like you myself. Put your hand down, Big Tat. What if me and Bill and Dave just all kicked in? I'll just kicked in 23 grand, 24 grand, and we just had you for the year. You know what I mean? No movies. You just wait in the car kind of thing. We got to go out of town. Maybe I give you over to Dave for a while.
I call Saturdays.
He'll go Saturday.
Whatever works.
All right. Pass the hat. Get Simmons. Go ahead, Ozzy. Sorry.
The scene that I saw filming with Memphis was when she was in the TV set and was on a scene with Memphis and Tommy Gunn.
Tommy Gunn. How's he doing in the junk department, Memphis?
Oh, he's doing very well.
He's doing well.
Yeah, he's doing very well.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Where Memphis was performing oral sex and Tommy. It was a very good scene. I like a lot. Memphis Monroe is fantastic. In the end of the day, aphrodisiac. Let the reviewer cold and wet.
All right, I got to take a rape shower because I'm feeling filthy now. Memphis is going to hang with us. Jack Silver, that was good, right? Memphis Monroe, porn star?
Best of, over and over again. I'm never looking at it.
You must like what she's wearing.
Yeah.
I'd like it less if she was wearing less.
Bustier, how about a quick winger? Just for the ace man. Yeah.
I want to see.
Natural. Yeah, don't make a big deal of it. I don't want Billy looking through. Nice.
Block him out.
Solid D cup. All right, we will take a quick break. When we come back, Ozzy and Memphis are going to do a little acting. We have a scene from the Da Vinci Load. Was this a movie you were in, Memphis?
No, it actually wasn't.
Oh, so you're really going to have to act.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Is Ozzy going to get naked?
I pray.
No way, Jose.
He is. He looks like a dwarf when he's in the nude. He really does. All right. We will take a quick break. We'll be back with that. Also, Bill Simmons, sports guy, ESPN, is coming in. He is going to do a little basic movie classic review. Face Off is what's in his crosshairs this time. All that still coming up on the Adam Carolla Show.
Here's what not to watch on TV tonight. At 8 p.m. on Oxygen, Monique's Fat Chance. Full-figured women compete in a beauty pageant. Then at 9 on Sundance, Gelato, An Endless Passion. Aficionados discuss the frozen dessert. And then starting at midnight on TV Land, a 4-hour marathon of Benson. That's what not to watch. Now back to the Adam Carolla Show.
Sure, we could recommend what to watch, but what about avoiding the pitfalls? The sports guy, Bill Simmons from ESPN.com, is going to be in here in just a moment to do a little basic cable classics. Face Off is the name of the movie we're going to review.
He thinks he's so great.
Been out for 10 years. Look, he did a great job last week.
Yeah,
that's all.
it was
I'm
so
saying.
Throw
fun
that
when he
in
was
my
here.
face. Neither one of you throw that in my face.
Memphis Monroe is here. She's an adult film star. Aphrodisiac's her film. Ozzy was on the set. Billy hovering around the studio like a fat, retarded hummingbird. We've had to kick him out. I know you're repulsed by the sight of him, Teresa, physically.
Well, I was just upset for Memphis Monroe because she took her top off and suddenly his little head popped up in the window. It didn't seem right.
Hypothetically, sex with Billy, webmaster, or no sex with Billy, the webmaster, and everyone in this building swears that you did have sex with Billy, the webmaster?
Wait, which would be worse, actually?
What would be worse? Actually, one encounter with him. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Not even Billy when you're done. But yet a sexual encounter, or everybody. You're passing Jack Silver in the hallway. He's giving you the...
This is worse than the riddle of the Sphinx. I don't know.
I say you do it.
Can I have a third option? Have my corneas harvested without anesthesia.
How dare you, sir?
Sorry, Billy.
All right, Memphis, we're going to have you do a little acting in the Da Vinci Load. And now this is a movie you were not in.
No, I'm not in this movie.
The one porn you were not in the last
By the way, her
2
voice
years.
is so adorable, isn't it? I love the sound of her voice.
Yeah, I've done Loveline for too long, though. I always just think sexual abuse. I got to be honest with you. Were your parents good to you, Memphis?
Yes, very good.
And this is how you repay them?
So I know.
Do they know about the porn?
My dad and my stepdad do. My mother, I think she chooses not to know.
Well, how does your dad find out, and stepdad for that matter?
Well,
the hard way.
Stepdad was in the first movie, but other than that, the dad, how do they find out, and who tells them, and when can we kill these people?
Friends. Yeah, that would. My dad, actually, his friend was looking me up online to find out where I was, because my dad and my real dad don't really keep in touch too much.
Shocker.
Yeah, and he pulled up my website, and there it was, my first Hustler layout. There I was spread, and he was just like, ah.
So after he masturbated, he immediately went to the phone to call your dad to tell you how outraged he was. Well, I wouldn't tell. I got to tell you, if a friend of mine's daughter turned up on the computer, I would never tell him in a billion years. He'd either not hear it or hear it from somebody else.
Yeah.
So that's how Stepdad found out about it. Was he upset? Did he confront you?
No, actually my stepdad, he asked me all the time, he's like, oh, so where are you shooting out in LA next? And then he's like, oh, just so you know, I looked at your magazine spread. I'm like,
oh no.
It's the dad, your dad you don't talk to.
Yeah, it's my dad that
you talk to.
Yeah, my stepdad I talk to, yeah.
He's out beating the bejesus to his stepdad.
He said his uncle made him do it. I'm like, sure.
He doesn't sound like a good guy. Stepfather.
Well, hold on a second, because there is a...
He's country. We're all from Kentucky.
Oh, he's country.
So I think that's
I see. Oh, you're not from Tribeca. Okay. All right. That's different then. I didn't know that.
You never
what
know
country
what
are you from again?
Yeah.
Kentucky.
Yeah, exactly. Kentucky.
But Stepdad calls you and tells you, hey, I was checking out your spread and Hustler.
I know. And it came out from nowhere. He just, one day was just like, hey, just so you know, I looked at it. I'm like, thanks.
How old were you when he came into your life?
I was
come into your
about
life.
17, 18.
17, 18. And I got it. He was probably attracted to you.
I don't want to think about that.
Right.
I mean,
but he checked you out when you're coming out of the shower, with the towels on, getting into the above ground swimming pool.
I'm sure he did now that I know.
I specify above ground.
Sure.
And did he ever come on to you?
No.
But you could tell. You could tell, right?
Yeah.
She have a fiance.
Oh, she's got a fiance.
Yes, I do.
Who's that? Stepbrother? No.
Their country.
No. No.
This is getting sad and creepy. Do you work? Does your fiance work in the industry?
No. Mm-mm.
No.
He's a good old Southern boy. Training him right.
Just like dear old dad?
No. He's a good one.
I wish I'm from North Hollywood. I can't play that card. Hey, I'm from North Hollywood. That's how we do it.
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
You could try. You could just go, hey, 818.
818. Come on.
That's how I roll.
All right, so you and the Ozman are going to do a little acting out. Why? Where's biological dad? You don't talk to him? Louisiana. And why aren't you guys talking anymore?
he's got other important things to do, I guess.
He didn't pay attention.
Yeah.
You see that?
That's sad.
I think he missed a few dance recitals.
This is why I listen, and don't take any offense to this, but you do not pay attention to your daughter, and she'll get the attention, and sometimes it's in the adult industry. This is why, since I just had a daughter, I'm definitely going to pay someone to pay attention to her. Absolutely, 100%. Forget about these nurses. I'm going to hire a male figure to pay attention to her.
Ozzy?
So, I want her to be able to speak the language by 14. I'm going to hire a guy to pay attention to my daughter so she does not end up in pornography.
Speaking of father figures, what do you think about this Jack Silver?
Jack?
What the hell's going on here, Ace? About to get into some porno. You're talking about child abuse.
Well, I mean, I feel like it's important to talk about the past, and there's a lot of people.
No. We got to let the thoroughbreds run. Open up the gates and make with the funny.
Okay, all right. Maybe Jack's right for a change. Maybe we should just get back into the comedy and the movies. You guys are going to do a scene from the Da Vinci Load.
Yes.
This is the ice cream truck scene.
Yes, it is.
So, Ozzy, who are you playing?
The man.
The man. There's a stretch. Should we get started?
Yep.
Scene.
Buska kicking him to get started.
Look, baby, you are real nice looking and everything, but I have to get going.
I'm sorry, but I'm supposed to keep you here until I get a call from my boss. Here, have a popsicle. Nobody can be grumpy while eating a popsicle. It's a proven fact.
I don't want a damn popsicle.
Here.
That is pretty good.
I love popsicles. Let me see your popsicle stick.
Action ensues.
Oh, yeah.
You want to give Ozzy a little smooch, Memphis?
Be careful.
He's married.
You like that?
He's married to his job, and his job requires that he makes out with Memphis Monroe.
Fair enough.
Do it.
Do you really want to see that? Do you really want to see Ozzy make out?
Ozzy solid.
Oh, really?
You guys should make out.
Oh. He's married. I'm against it.
Memphis, you're not attracted to Ozzy?
No, I'm not attracted to Ozzy.
Okay. You'd rather have sex with your stepdad again than,
All right, make out with Teresa then.
Hey, that would be interesting.
Well, we have big stars waiting in the wings. Stars like ESPN's Bill Simmons from ESPN.com. So we need to take ourselves a little break. Memphis, mazel tov, as your people would say. Nice work.
Thank you.
Ozzy, mazel tov to your people as well.
Thank you.
No, thank you, buddy. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with Bill Simmons, who's going to do a little basic cable classics for us. Face Off is the movie after this.
Why not? It's the Adam Carolla Show. And now, Adam Carolla and ESPN.com's Bill Simmons review another basic cable classic. This week's movie, Face Off.
I've been chasing this guy ever since I joined the force. He's the most dangerous and brilliant criminal mind I've ever known. I will become him.
Here's Adam on the Adam Carolla Show.
Well, there's the premise. Travolta, an undercover agent who takes on the physical appearance of the assumed dead terrorist Nick Cage.
Hold on a second. Adam Carolla and Bill Simmons are going to analyze this. I got things to say.
We're going to involve you. Yeah.
First, take your gum out. Thanks.
No, you're definitely part of this bit. How about a warm-up, by the way?
Go ahead, you two.
What's happening, Penguin? Speaks
What's
again.
happening, guys? I was supposed to do this in the last hour, but I got bumped by a porn star, which I have no problem with because I got 2 free DVDs out of it, so I was fine with it. You have a theory on this movie, Ace, that they came up with the title before they came up with the script.
I think almost half the action movies, they came up with the title, like Reindeer Games. I think they came up with the title, they decided to shoot a movie around it.
Like, they came up with the title and they hired 2 guys and said, listen, guys, you got 21 days. We have Cage and Travolta signed. We don't really care what the premise is, but just as long as it's there on the 21st, We're ready to go.
And one guy has a head the size of a bucket, and the other guy has a head that looks like an angelfish when you're looking at it straight on in the aquarium. How does this work? I understand the premise where they pull someone's face off and put it on the other guy's head. I could understand it if their head one wasn't the size of a grapefruit and the other wasn't the size of a beach ball. But they're totally different shaped guys. Their physiques are totally different.
And Travolta has the cleft in his chin. Cage has like the weird rabbit teeth.
Yeah.
All cleared up. Actually, the doctor's going to explain right now
how they do it
to Travolta, as Travolta has to go undercover to stop this bomb that's going to go off in the LA Convention Center, and he explains to Travolta how it works.
Here's the real science. This is a state-of-the-art morphogenetic template. The inside is modeled on your skull. The outside exactly like Troy's. Then we fit his face on top. Not a replica, but the real thing. Then we simply connect the muscles, tear ducts, and nerve endings.
That's all you do. You just connect the muscles and the tear ducts.
Puts in like you're hooking up a sprinkler system. This muscles, tear ducts, no problem.
By the way, Sean Archer, a.k.a. John Travolta, who then becomes Castor Troy, and vice versa, the bad guy Nicolas Cage. You know, when Castor Troy becomes Sean Archer, he then beds down Joan Allen, his wife. Doesn't she notice some difference in genitalia?
No, they did that. They simply hooked up the sack.
Wang is the same.
Yeah, that's right. Reattached the prepuce. Simply. No problem.
Chest hair, same everything. But here's the part. You know, Travolta now has to decide, do I go undercover in this maximum security prison looking like this guy who's the most wanted criminal alive, or do I say no to this arrangement? And here's his response.
What are you asking me to do? Okay, let's see. You're asking me to break the law, risk my neck, and you're asking me to put in the dark all the people that love me and trust me. I'll do it.
I'm good. I'll do it. If it doesn't work out, I look like this hardened criminal. I'll be in maximum security prison for the rest of my life.
It'd be nice if he just said no and the movie was only 31 minutes long and we all could have gone home.
And by the way, there's no good reason why he can't tell the police on the inside, the prison guards. There is no explanation in the movie why they can't be privy to what he's doing.
So naive. They've been bought and sold years ago by Castor Troy's people.
Now, part of the appeal of this movie when you watch it again and again, which we all do, Cage, when he becomes Travolta, and Travolta when he becomes Cage, they have to kind of act like one another. But Travolta's a bad actor. I mean, it's like a very quiet secret that he's just a terrible actor. So he goes over the top trying to be Cage, and he's just bad. Cage actually does a little bit better Travolta.
Than Travolta. Yeah.
Here's Cage when he wakes up without his face because Travolta's taken it, snaps out of a coma, has no face, but somehow is able to make a phone call to his buddies, and here's what it sounds like.
It's me. Believe it. Someone, they switched my, for some f***ing, but it's cool. We're gonna deal with it.
Yeah. How'd the talk with the director go? Listen, Nicky, baby, your face is gone. You're picking up the blower. You're calling one of your buddies. But I want you to have fun with it.
Yeah, it's your favorite director, John Woo.
John Woo. No greater director of gay porn than John Woo. This is essentially 2 hours of gay porn.
A lot of slow motion with John Woo. Here's my question, though. How do you talk without lips?
It's a good question.
I'm going to say it's impossible.
Yeah, it's almost one of those, does a tree make a sound if it falls in the forest? How does one talk without lips?
You know, it's so improbable that during the movie they actually don't even show him without the face. I don't know if they didn't have the CGI ready or if they were like, listen, if he doesn't have a face, nobody's going to buy this. So they just have the camera angle from behind his head.
Right.
But now, I thought that was the most ridiculous part of the movie. Dave has other thoughts, which we'll get to. But we had a nice little argument about this once upon a time. I still say making a phone call without a face is the most ridiculous part of the movie. But Dave has a very valid point, which we'll get to. But here's the fourth clip. As you know, I have a rule with action movies. A real bad action movie, you have to say the title somehow in the dialogue. It has to be said.
Yes.
Like we did with Con Air last week, where they worked Con Air into the title, and here's how they did it with Face Off.
You want to take his
face.
Yes. His face. Eyes.
Thank God they didn't draw attention to it.
Skin. It's coming off.
The face.
Face Off. This movie was not made in 1981 either. It was made in a modern era. 1997.
Yeah.
That's the amazing thing about it. Here's how these movies get made, I'm convinced. They call Nick Cage and they say, Nick, you want to be part of this movie? And he says, no. And they say, John Travolta has already signed on. And he goes, oh, all right. Well, good enough for John, good enough for me. And then they call Travolta and tell him Cage has already signed off. And he says, oh, good enough for Cage, good enough for me. And then the studio doesn't need to read the script because Cage and Travolta are both in it. It's going to make $100 million at the box office. And that's how these movies get made.
And they also probably, Cage was like, $20 million.
Oh, yeah.
And then Travolta's like, what's Cage getting? $15 million. Oh,
Right.
I'm in. And somebody probably got paid more than the other guy. Now, Cage, of course, in the maximum security prison, which has the boots, the electromagnetic boots. That,
Sure. Right.
That's another action movie thing where you have the technology that's really advanced but never ends up actually happening.
But the movie doesn't take place in the future, does it? Which is weird when they weave in these futuristic things that don't exist as we know them.
Well, including when you're in the lockdown, he goes in there, of course, Nicolas Cage, who is actually John Travolta's character. Yes. He goes in to get information from Castor Troy's brother, Pollux Troy. Now, here's my beef. Pollux Troy sees his brother, Castor Troy. It's actually Travolta. We as the audience have accepted the premise that the face can come off and be reattached to another human being. Pollux Troy sees his brother and 8 seconds into having a conversation with him, identifies this as not, in fact, being his brother.
Right. He knew.
It happens. My sister came over with my nephews last weekend, and the minute she walked in through the kitchen door, I knew something was different immediately, so I pulled a steak knife on her, and I told her to tell me Mom's maiden name.
You do not, if you expect me to buy your premise, I don't like when people say, like, face-off's a preposterous idea. You can't take somebody's face off and attach. If I go to the movie, I have accepted that this can happen. But then the characters in the movie don't get to question it either.
Yes, I agree.
Well, Cage is able to escape this maximum security prison, even though there's electromagnetic boots, and jumps probably 500 feet into the water with helicopter shoot. That's another action movie thing where if you jump in the water, the
You're
helicopter
fine.
with the gun, they can't get you.
No, once your head gets 4 inches below the surface, you're home free.
The guy's in the I can't see him.
You could be in the middle of Lake Huron and jump in a lake, and a helicopter with a .50 caliber machine gun hovering over your head couldn't do anything about it.
Midnight Run's another classic example, and Chaz Grodin, the Kiss Up to Dave, Chaz Grodin jumps in, and the helicopter guys can't find him. Anyway, so Cage escapes, goes to see his wife, has to explain, I'm actually not the guy who killed your son in the amusement park. I'm actually your husband wearing his face. I couldn't tell you this whole thing. And here's how he explains it.
And a special ops surgeon gave me Castor's face. And then somehow Castor came out of his coma and killed everybody who knew about the mission, but not before transforming into me.
And by the way, this is the take after the director told him to reel it in a little bit. The other ones were mammoth before this.
I was
that's
actually thinking,
acting.
when I watched it last night, I was thinking when Cage finished that, they were like, that's it. That's the Oscar clip. when you're best actor, that's the one we're going to show. So anyway, Cage foils Travolta, kills him, gets his face back. Unfortunately, we don't have a clip of the most improbable scene in the movie. Dave,
here's the best.
Dave is going to explain
it. My favorite thing in this ridiculous picture is this. You know, John Travolta, he has his face taken off, and he may never get it back for all he knows. He's not getting it back. Then he squares off with his arch rival. He gets stabbed and shot and almost killed, and then he goes through the surgery again to have his face reattached. Now, the last scene of the movie is Joan Allen is at home on the computer. You know, she's playing around.
That's his wife.
Surfing the net. His wife, she's surfing the net. And then Travolta comes home from this, life-threatening experience. He gets out of the hospital. He walks through the front door, and she's like, oh, it's today the day you're getting out of the hospital.
Yeah.
I thought it was next Wednesday. I'm sorry. You couldn't pick him up? You couldn't have picked him up at the hospital after all he's been through?
Well, he wouldn't have the homecoming scene that way if he did.
And then the daughter comes out, "Oh, Dad." And the first thing she says is, "I'm sorry I shot you."
Yeah.
And that's one of the last lines of the movie is, "I'm sorry I shot you." And it's just a classic, one of the best ever. And I'm glad we were able to recap it.
Well, basic cable classics with the sports guy, Bill Simmons from ESPN.com. Bill is going to hang out and critique another project. That's Dave Damashek doing his sports. Teresa, what's coming up in the news?
Well, some new insight into the big Christy Brinkley breakup and what's on Brad Pitt's mind. We'll explore that and less.
We will do that. Also sports with Bill Simmons and Dave Damashek right after this.
The government is listening to you, and you're listening to The Adam Carolla Show.
Adam, this is The Adam Carolla Show.
All right. The sports guy, Bill Simmons from ESPN.com, hanging with us through the news and especially the sports. So let's
you
get
love him
started.
so much when you marry him.
Adam, I wish.
Adam, I'd like to thank you for the accommodations, too.
Right back at
Lukewarm
you.
coffee, no bread, no bagels, nothing.
Bagels. What are you talking
Why
about?
do you have
Teresa's
interns?
Jewish. What?
Why do you have interns?
That's a good
Nobody
point.
goes to get you food or coffee.
Decent point.
Instant coffee and no anything to eat.
Get some coffee and some bagels for Mr. Simmons. Pronto! All right, now the news. Sports prima donna, Bill Simmons. The news with Teresa Strasser.
Well, violence continues to rage in the Middle East. This weekend, Hezbollah rockets killed 8 in Haifa, marking their deadliest strike ever on Israel. In turn, Israel began waves of airstrikes on Lebanon in the early hours of Monday morning over there. World leaders meeting in St. Petersburg urged both sides to stop their attacks. That includes Prime Minister Tony Blair of England and the UN Secretary General Kofi Annan, also calling for deployment of international forces.
Well, I've canceled my vacation plans for the summer. I'm going to
Lebanon?
Havasu. I said, let's mix it up. Let's go to Lebanon. But now I'm back to Havasu. We're going to be on a houseboat, me and Bill, the sports guy.
No Dave?
Can I come?
It's cool. If we can get a raft and a rope, you can come.
Okay, I guess.
It's a great store that sells baseball shirts in Lake Havasu.
In entertainment news, Brad Pitt was on Good Morning America. He was speaking to Ann Curry about his latest involvement with Global Green, which is an architectural competition designed to reinvigorate New Orleans. Why? Why now is he getting involved in this cause? Here's Brad Pitt in grave danger of
Man, I got kids now, and it really changes your perspective on the world. And you know, I've had my day. But I've made some films, and I've really had a very fortunate life, and it's time for me to share that a bit.
I'll tell you, I've had twins. It didn't change my perspective at all.
Really?
No, more time in the mirror for the ace man.
You mean when you look into their eyes, you feel like you're seeing yourself?
I'm looking for my reflection if I can't see that.
What happened to the Brad Pitt who didn't shave, was stoned all the time, and dated like scummy people like
I miss
Julian
the
Lewis?
smelly
What
Brad
happened to that
Pitt,
guy?
not
I'll tell you.
Not the short
Now
head.
he's a hero?
Angelina Jolie happened. She
Yeah.
cares about the world, and now he does too. It's a beautiful thing. News coming out about Christy Brinkley's divorce. According to the National Enquirer, her husband, architect Peter Cook, was cheating with a 19-year-old, his teenage personal assistant.
Oh. I just saw the picture in the paper. I was like, you pig. And then I saw the picture and I was like,
All is forgiven.
All is forgiven, yeah. We base it on how hot the chick is. Not how young she is or who she's working for. If she's piping hot like this chick is, then all's forgiven.
Is she 50 yet?
52.
She replaces Goldie Hawn as the foxiest woman on the face of the earth.
Goldie Hawn.
When she turned 50,
would you
she
get
was
a goddamn
fox.
CAT scan, please?
When she was 50 years old, she was still a fox.
I worry about you, David.
Christy Brinkley does look amazing.
Sophia Loren at age 73 still has it.
I'll tell you, Christy is smoking hot. I got to say that about her.
She does not age. It's unbelievable. Yet, still, allegedly, she was cheated on. Sad story.
Well, look, even if you're a supermodel, 19 always trumps 53.
So you base the cheating on whether or not the girl... That's why people were mad at Clinton, because he was cheating with not hot women?
Right.
Yes.
We're disgusted at Bill Clinton, not because he received oral in the White House, not because he stepped out on his shrew of a wife, but because she was a pig.
JFK,
That's why we're upset.
when they liken him to JFK, JFK was bedding down with Marilyn Monroe.
Right. We have no problem with that.
I can honestly say I've learned something here today.
But the real losers are us, because the wives find out about this. Like, well, you'll never get a 19-year-old personal assistant.
That's right.
And then we can't have one.
By the
because
way,
these
that's
guys blow it like Christy Brinkley's
Who
husband.
gets the 19-year-old personal assistant or nanny? It seems like a horrible idea.
I'm looking for one now. Yeah.
Wait a
It's not even
second,
19, she's 22. How dare you?
Well, Pirates of the Caribbean, again, #1 at the box office. It's the year's top-grossing film. Coming in second, Little Man. And third, Yumi and Dupree.
I'm telling you, the Wayans brothers have made $2 billion at the box office over the last 9 years. Incredible.
Well, I'm Teresa Strasser, and that's the news.
It's time for
Dave Damage and Bill Simmons.
Number one sports. Number one sports. Do it.
And Bill.
I don't like that.
I think it sounds great. Oh, you just want to do Bill? Shorten it to Bill?
I don't know what's he even here for.
It's time.
He's a sports expert.
Come on, I kept my news short.
I'm a sports expert.
So you say.
Creeps.
I'm just here. I'm not saying anything.
Let me say what I have to say, and then the great Bill Simmons can have his say. All right, the national pastime. The Dodgers limped through their first series since the All-Star vacation. Bums got swept by the Cardinals in St. Louis. I hesitate to bring it up again, but Bill Simmons is here, so I hope he'll have some thoughts. Maybe he can straighten you out, Ace. The Dodgers on the season now, 46 up and 46 down.
A mere 92 games into the season. And
you may have heard this Pinko, Carolla, Simmons, go on and on about, too many games in our national pastime. How say you?
I think every sport has too many games and too many teams.
Right.
It's
16,
part of what happens.
Too many games in the professional football league. I wish it was more like 8 games. That'd be great.
There's this really good documentary coming out about the NASL, the soccer league that we grew up with in the 70s. They had like one good year. They expanded to 24 teams. They had teams in like Edmonton, San Antonio. Like everyone's like, what happened to that soccer league? It's like, because they expanded.
Over 150 games, though. Do we need 150 games plus 162?
Well, you need, because the nerds get into the stats, and that's like the real reason people love baseball. It's
By the way, it's the regularity that makes it so great.
Bill enhancing sports right now with an entertaining anecdote.
Why ever end? Why not just keep going?
I miss the entertaining part. No, I kid. What's that, Ace?
Why ever stop? Why not just keep going?
No, it's because of the stats, and that's why everybody is secretly so upset about this Bonds thing, is because Bonds cheated. He ruined these records, and that's really what all the fun of following baseball is, like comparing this guy to that guy and this guy to here. And now it's like, well, he blew what do we compare anybody to? Now you don't know.
Speaking of Bonds, proudest moment of the millennium, I think, yesterday in the Giants' loss to the Phillies. Barry Bonds hit his 13th home run of the year off of Phillies pitcher Brett Myers, who just got out of his little personal absence, his little departure, after he smacked his old lady around on the street corner in Boston. Can you shed any light for us on that?
Who do you root for? That's a tough one. I think I still would have rooted for the pitcher.
Really?
Yeah, it was an isolated incident, the circumstances. Bonds is like just...
She could have had a
25 years of being a jerk.
But that was a victimless crime, except for the nerds and their stats.
Yeah, but he hasn't even been tried in a court yet. Like, we don't know what happened.
Yeah, well...
Bonds has been tried.
Yes.
Bonds cheats.
And on the junior circuit, the Halos, they have won 11 of the last 12. This now makes them on the season 46 up and 45 down.
All right. So our two home teams here in Los Angeles, one game, they played 185 games, and there's one game difference between 500 for the 185 games they've played. Worthwhile.
Well, the first place Oakland Athletics took 3 of 4 in Fenway from the Bostons. And the Seattle Mariners lost an extras to the Toronto Baseball Organization. Now, sports guy Bill Simmons, how say you about this Barbaro thing? Actually, I understand that you share a similar thought. These people, human beings who make signs in support of a horse, get well soon. The horse is now, apparently, according to doctors, in a good frame of mind.
I get upset. I feel like I'm one of the first mainstream media people to actually come out and say, all right, enough, it's a horse. Like, there was a headline 2 days ago, it was, Barbaro in a good state of mind.
Right.
It's a horse. How do we know what kind of state of mind? It's got like a 3 IQ. Like, this is an animal that defecates no matter where it is.
Yeah,
just poops on itself.
In front of the queen or a hobo, and there's an apple coming out.
If you are in your home and you have markers or paint out, and you find yourself writing a "Get Well Soon" sign about a horse, take your own life.
Yes,
I
fall
agree.
on that marker.
Dave Damashek's #1 sports.
I'm sorry, Bill. We need to take a break. What were you about to say?
I was just going to say, it would be fun to rank the hierarchy of losers who make signs. Because I still feel like if you make a sign to go to a wrestling event, like Big Tad does, that's the highest.
Soul Patrol to go to American Idol?
Why
That's
is
pretty
caring
sad.
about an animal so bad compared to that?
Because it's a horse. Like, horses can't read signs.
Listen, Cousin Sal and one rowdy Roddy Piper would beg to differ with your wrestling signage.
Lose weight, get out of mom's house.
We'll take a quick break. Bill Simmons, sports guy, ESPN.com, is going to hang with us, and we'll be right back after this.
Way to go, champ. You're listening to The Adam Carolla Show.
Hey, this is Joe Rogan, and you are listening to The Adam Carolla Show. Thank God.
Now I Can Die in Peace, the name of the book. Bill Simmons, name of the author.
Thank you. Thank you.
ESPN.com as well, Bill. Always a delight.
But this is the last time we have to say goodbye to him, yes?
Basic cable classics. As much as we can do it. Thanks, Bill.
A regular feature.
Start choosing your next movie. I also want to thank Billy West and Memphis Monroe and, of course, the great Bill Simmons. We'll take a quick break, only about 20 hours. And until next time, this is Adam Carolla saying mahalo.